Oh, hi, podcast listeners. There's many ways you can listen to the Real Nerds podcast. You can subscribe on iTunes. You can also subscribe on Stitcher Radio. You want to send us a Twitter message? You can do that. It's so easy, at Real Nerds. Like us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. You can visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com, where there'll be a lot of articles for you to not only read, but to listen to our previous shows. Do you like your stories told through pictures? Then you can also follow us at Real Nerds on Instagram. You can also call us, 720-6nerds5. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Here we go again, it's our Filmsplosion, a movie countdown of real devotion. It could get long, so bring your ibuprofen. I'm telling you all, it's a Filmsplosion. What's got the best acting? What's got the best direction? The cream of the crop, here's our selection. From comedy to drama, even blaxploitation. I'm telling you all, it's a Filmsplosion. I'm telling you all, it's a Filmsplosion! Filmsplosion!
Welcome to the end of 2023 Spectacular in a little show I call Filmsplosion, where we take our 10 favorite films of the year and we reveal them to the other nerds. I am Ryan. I am joined always by
Brad.
And sometimes by
Zach.
And even less by
Corinne.
But they're here today to share their favorite films of the year. And while Brad and I have been on every episode this year, I had a hard time because we're doing a guessing game about what our lists are. So I had a little hard time with you guys because I got no... I mean, I literally just had Corinne get mad at me because I want to see American Fiction next week. And then she refuses to see Poor Things because there's nudity in it, which is just weird to me. You're just closing yourself off to so many great movies.
Sorry.
I'm telling you, it's a good movie.
Sure.
It's okay. It's just like I'm not going to watch Aquaman. I don't care if somebody tells me it's fun. I have no desire.
When did we become like the hate podcast, Brad?
I don't know.
We've been away from each other too long.
Hey, hang on. Brad, what is the rule of Real Nerds Podcast?
We go into each week giving every movie a chance, Ryan.
Exactly. And if we automatically assume a movie's bad, then we're cutting ourselves off from the art that someone spent a lot of work on, correct?
Like you did for Mean Things before we started this conversation?
Mean Girls.
Oops.
I'll still see it. I'm just saying that it's not going to be my movie of the week next week because I have an Alamo season pass, so I can go see a movie when I want.
Yeah.
And it has no effect on if I'm gonna see it or not. Like, I don't like French stuff, but I have a foreign film on my list because we take 10 films and we rank them in a certain way, and we go from 10 to 1. Some people have their legs swept. What will Zach pick as a 7th or 8th film? We don't know. We just know it'll annoy the hell out of us.
I can guarantee you it's not a sweeper. I can guarantee that.
I don't know if you can guarantee anything, Zach.
No, I can't. Really, no. Like, I can't guarantee I won't actually still watch Aquaman The Lost Kingdom, even though I have no interest.
Okay, look. Aquaman is not on my list, but it's not like a horrible piece of crap.
I like James Wan, too. It's just
Yeah, there's some cool shots in it.
I've just kind of at this point, I still haven't seen Blue Beetle yet, or Shazam Fury of the Gods. I'm like,
Shazam is good.
Okay.
Shazam gets a lot of flack, but I think it's the most fun DC movies there are.
Gotcha. What about Kazam? Oh, wait, no, that's not the same franchise. Sorry.
So anyways, we don't... these aren't critical darlings that most people think of. These are my favorite films, and then everybody else's that are probably not as good as for their picks.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to introduce the film, play the trailer, and then say why we picked it. Brad has made another Blu-ray with pink and...
goes with everything.
So we're going to reveal these lists, and yeah, anything you want to say before we start? Really, it's because Brad ran away in the middle of this, so I don't know what's going on.
I was surprised. I thought we were going to do, like we did Call Signs last year for Top Gun Maverick. I thought we were going to do Barbie and Ken this year for Barbie.
Well, you really can't because...
I was ready to say, hi, Ken. Like, how are you?
I read the script for Barbie, well, some of it, and it's literally, the script says Ken Ryan Gosling. or Ryan Gosling Ken, and then it says like Simu Liu Ken.
Yeah.
And so we're not creative, it's not like
Well, Zach would be Alan.
I would love to be Alan. I was actually just shocked. Like, I mean, it's been harder with doing my own podcast to necessarily always go to the movies each week. So I didn't watch as much as I would have liked to, but I was actually kind of shocked how many titles I put in there that on my top 10 that weren't strictly a given. So it was just kind of fascinating to look at that juxtaposition to other years. So
I did struggle with the bottom half of my list here because I actually liked a lot of movies this year.
Yeah. There's ones that like Air didn't make my list, but I liked Air a lot. That movie shouldn't have been as interesting as it was.
Yeah, that speech Damon has when he's pitching the shoe, really like one of my favorite moments of the year.
Yeah. And Renfield, I really loved Renfield, adored it, but it just got edged out by other stuff. So
yeah, I had a tough time with my number 10 because there's so many options for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's rough.
I feel like that's always the case. The number 10 spot is like almost more coveted than the number 1 spot because you're like, who's gonna get it?
Yeah. Who's going to come up with the weirdest title imaginable for number 10?
Like that last 4 in for the NCAA tournament? That's how it feels.
Very much so.
Yeah. So 2023, what's going to dictate movies for this year for you? Is just Barbenheimer? That's all it?
No, I think the thing with Barbenheimer is it really overshadowed when I went back and I thought about the films and what I watched throughout the year. It really overshadowed a lot of the movies that came out prior to it. In fact, I think all my top 3 actually came out before it. So, nope, one of them didn't. But a lot of them came out before it. So, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's cool to see that, and then going into 2024, I don't know, because I was looking at the movies that are coming out.
I was going to say, despite the Super Mario Brothers and Barbenheimer kind of eclipsing the box office this year, I think a lot more mid-range films had a chance to kind of flourish.
Yeah.
They didn't get a lot of press, but box office returns-wise, a lot of $100 million mid-range grossers.
Yeah.
It seems like the expectation of what a film should gross became more realistic than it has been in the last 10 years. It's no longer about projecting $1 billion. It is kind of just like, hey, look at this mid-range film that has done respectable, if not better than usual business. Like, so it's the perception. I'm not saying it's permanently shift, but it definitely feels more optimistic than just relying on tentpoles only to carry the theaters.
Yeah. Well, you can. That's not sustainable, you know?
No, it's not. Yeah.
People just got really tired of all the kind of big names, the Fast X and the Indiana Jones and everything.
It's franchise fatigue, and it's not a bad thing. It means that they take a minute to recover, and then they come back full swing. Like,
I don't know if it's fatigue. I call it not good movie fatigue.
Well, that's another
because
part of it,
the death of these franchise movies is greatly exaggerated. We literally live in a world, and I know Indiana Jones costs a lot of money, but I think it made 600 and something million worldwide. And flop. That's one of the biggest flops of the year.
But it's
Technically
about it's about how much money did Disney put in. It's not the numbers are not a flop. It's what Disney put in as an investment.
No, I understand that, but it's all in perception. I said this about Thor: Love and Thunder. It actually made more money than Ragnarok, but people have it in their mind that
also, if you
it's not good.
If you adjust for inflation, it's probably about the same.
Okay, but my point being is it's not a flop. It still made money. Now, if you can point at the Marvels, that's an issue. But Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania still made a lot of money.
Yeah,
and you're taking a character that is Ant-Man, who is whatever. I mean, 8 years ago, you could walk down the street and only maybe 1 out of 60 people knew who Ant-Man is.
And now you can find way more people.
So
I think it's more just it's nice to watch a bunch of billionaires in a room who got their asses handed to them in a strike for a while are starting to realize, we don't have to make $1 billion each year. Or they're just crying, or they're just David Zaslav and pissing all over the studio. I
think it's partly that, they don't, or they realize, like, it's not a captive audience anymore. People have so many options of things to watch. It's like you really have to put out something a product that is either really good or people are really interested in and excited for.
Yeah.
So Barbie, Oppenheimer, Super Mario Brothers, they all did really well at the box office because people were really excited about them. But yeah, now, I'm sure there will be a movie on a lot of our lists that, it was just a small foreign film that had really good word of mouth. And, I think that even though it didn't make buku bucks at the box office, I think it's going to, live in people's hearts for much longer than, like, Aquaman or whatever else came out this year.
Yeah. And it's just been nice to watch the canvas be so diverse in terms of the types of films we're getting. And also it's a chance because, like, I'm not saying franchise fatigue fully exists in the way that the press claims it, but I've felt it. And it's nice to just kind of go out and explore other things that I may not have otherwise, like, felt compelled to out of just pure exhaustion. So it's just been nice to finally... This feels closer to what I felt up to 2012 or 2013 was, where it felt like there's like a bunch of random shit that you can explore. So,
all right, Corinne, you're first up.
All right. My number 10 film was a film I watched like a week ago when we had to turn in our list, but I already knew it was going to be on my Filmsplosion because this I found this story earlier this year and it just meant so much to me. So here's my number 10.
お初にお目にかかります。ミオと申します。
それは望まぬ政略結婚のはずだった。誰も愛さず、ただ孤独に生き抜いてきた。
誰からも愛されず、ただ孤独に虐げられてきた。
ここでは私の言うことに絶対従え。出て行けと言ったら出て行け。異論反論は聞かん。
私は旦那様にふさわしくない。
この世から消えればいいの。ミオさんは今までいらした方とどこか違います。
顔を上げろ。それでいい。ここにいてほしいんだ。嫌か、私とこのまま暮らすのは。
望んでしまった。少しでも長くこの人といたいと。
いずれ帝都にも虫が現れると。
危ない。悪夢を止めることができない男のそばにいてミオは幸せになれますか。
助けて。
ミオはどこだ。
お前がまさか。
行かせません。ミオを助けたいなら
殺し合うほかないのです。
行かせてください。
ダメだ。
清子、死ぬの。旦那様、そばにいたいです。私の幸せな結婚。
My number 10 is the live-action film My Happy Marriage. So, this summer was really rough for me. I had a family emergency in May, and then I was at funerals in August. And I found this series, an animated series of the same story on Netflix in the summer, and I just fell in love with it. And every week a new episode released, and it just gave me something to look forward to. And just had a blast, getting to meet these characters, getting to know this story, and found out there was going to be a live-action movie coming out later this year, and thought, okay, that's got to be on the list. Because I tried to put the anime on there, but I was like, they're going to yell at me if I do that. So I put the movie on there just because it qualified.
Is the movie good?
It's okay. That's why it was number 10 and it's not higher. Just because, like, the movie on its own it's not bad, but it's not great. But it's the story of, she's kind of in a Cinderella spot. Her name is Mio. She lives with her father's family, and she's treated as a servant because she's the child of his first marriage. And her mother died. He remarried. Her stepmom's a bitch. Her half-sister is a bitch. And they treat her very poorly. And then they send Mio off to marry this guy that they think is, he's very wealthy. He's very high-ranking, but he's supposedly
very... So he's perfect.
Well, he's supposedly very cold, and he doesn't really get along with people very well. but that's because you find out later that he's been in these arranged engagements with all these women who are just out for his money and his status, and so he just dismisses them pretty much immediately. So everybody's like, oh, he hates people, and they end up getting to really love one another, and they fight for each other, and it's a really beautiful story. So I recommend people check out the anime. Honestly, it's way better. That's on Netflix, but if you want to watch the live action movie for some reason, it's on YouTube. Unofficially. Somebody pirated it and put it on there. So my number 10 is My Happy Marriage.
Right on. Zach?
All right. My number 10 is another late entry, too. And I went in blank just to decompress from stress and walked out very, very impressed and surprised. All right, so Ryan, our number 10 is
Godzilla
minus one. Yeah, let me be clear. I'm not a kaiju expert. It's not my favorite genre of film by any stretch. I have been ingesting far more of it because of the Japanese horror series I'm doing with my friend Rashmi.
Yeah, but you know what is fun? Monsters fucking shit up.
Yes, and to be clear, I've also enjoyed the recent output of Godzilla and Kong movies from Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
But I was shocked as shit to watch a Godzilla movie that not only went back to the period of atomic bombs leveling Japan, but also managed to tell a very solid and firm human story centered around the monster. And these movies are the most successful at their job when the human characters are as compelling as the monster smashing shit.
Yeah, I just tell when Brad and I reviewed it, it was cool because Godzilla's scary in it.
Yes, he is.
He is the villain. He is the prick in it.
Yeah.
But what I liked is it's definitely the first Godzilla movie that I've seen that I cared about the human characters. Mm-hmm. The other ones, they're fun, but whatever. But this one, I go, oh man, I feel for this guy and what he went through, and then between the raids on Tokyo, and then now this menace of Godzilla is, the drama in the movie is so well done.
Yeah,
and I also talked when I reviewed it. This movie cost $15 million, and Godzilla in it is incredible.
He looks, in a lot of ways, better than the Godzilla they've been designing for the Warner Brothers output.
So I was off. I had it as your number 9.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, not too far off. Very close.
I don't know why I thought you would like it.
I mean, it's set in the 40s/50s.
Yeah. I mean, some of the stuff I had to go off of, but Yeah, no, I think this movie. I was pleasantly surprised how much I enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, I will. Not only is Godzilla scary again, but they don't. They treat it as suspensefully as they did with Godzilla in 1954. Now, there's more shots of him in the daylight, but there are some incredible stuff. There's some incredible stuff at nighttime in a way that isn't overly blown city lights because of obviously the situation they're in. But it also manages to do something that I thought was impressive, which is you already know Godzilla's in this movie. Okay, fine, done. We got the monster and whatnot. Apart from that and one music cue, this film is not falling into strict nostalgia overwhelmed.
Mm-mm.
Like it's not trying to fan service beyond a shadow of a doubt. It is trying to be a good movie, and it absolutely succeeds. And some of the homages to the original Godzilla are as subtle as camera positions during the human moments. Like when they're going through the whole, like, this is Godzilla, and this is what he does, and, like, they're telling the whole, like, council what to do. That's, like, almost verbatim, shot for shot, angle for angle of Ishiro Honda's original 1954 film for the exact same purpose. So it was just very nice to watch him subtly homage past films while still making his own Gojira film. So yeah, if nobody has seen this film, you are depriving yourselves of a great fucking joy. It's fantastic.
Agreed. Brad, number 10.
Yeah, like I said before, my number 10 was difficult because I had so many films that I felt the same about for this slot. But ultimately, I looked in very early on in the year, a movie came out, and it was the fourth in its franchise, and it was awesome. And that's a very hard thing to do when you're fourth in your franchise. So here it is.
This hit goes out to you, Mr. Wick.
42 regular, wasn't it?
Yeah. And so it begins.
Yeah. Living in this time behind enemy lines, so I got mine. I hope you
Challenge you to single combat. If you win, you'll have your freedom.
And when I see you, I'ma take what I want, so
Amen.
you ain't real, hope ya. Y'all feel the wrath of the killer. Many try, many die. If you wanna war, get it bloody.
Step up on your ego. Come on.
The only way John Wick will ever have freedom and peace is in death.
Yeah. Not really.
So yeah, my number 10 is John Wick 4.
You motherfucker. I'm going to John Wick your ass.
Yeah, John Wick, not a franchise I care that much about. So, very low expectations. And yeah, even though this movie, the story is almost non-existent, it's just 2 hours of John Wick getting revenge. Like, they don't even really add anything to the Continental or any kind of world building. It's just kind of like seeing John Wick to the end of his crusade. And by far, the action blows away the other three movies, which is really impressive on this fourth time out. Like, the finale when he goes up those stairs and then falls down those stairs and goes up again, you're just like, it just feels like I'm watching Mad Max Fury Road, where they're like, oh, we got to go back through all the same shit we just did. So
it had a vibe to me of the Bourne movies, where they make these really cool action pieces. Like, oh fuck, we need to write a story to this movie. Let's put some stuff in between.
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible. The top down shots of that one hotel, the abandoned hotel, where this is like the god eye view, falling around, he's just blasting those guys with that explosive gun. Reminded me a little bit of under the, what's that? The one you hate that I keep bringing up. I can't remember what it's called now.
Enter the Void.
Enter the Void. Yeah, like it has that like camera vibe to it. But yeah, just like
it reminded me of Smash TV. Did you ever play that video game? It was a scroll, like it was the same thing, and you just go from room to room and just annihilate people.
Yeah. So yeah, John Wick 4, just incredibly impressive to me and stuck with me all year.
Yeah, it's later in my list, but
Yep.
that's fine.
Yeah, you didn't hear it. It was a sweeper.
Yes. Corinne, number 9.
My number 9 was something I saw later on in the year, and it had really good word of mouth, and I was like, really? This? Okay. But you know me, in recent years I've usually had a Netflix animated movie on my list, and this is it.
All right, another year, another batch of 5th grade head cases. Let's just get through it.
I hope everyone's met our class pets, Leonardo and Squirtle. I'm not touching those things.
Don't they eat, sleep, and poo in the same place?
Hey, I poo where he sleeps.
That lizard looks pretty old.
Do I look old? Thank you. No animal wants to be locked up. I wasted my life.
This year, every student has to take home a class pet.
This is my shot. Are you nuts? So I go with these kids, then I escape, and then I really live. It's on. Ow! Mother of Godzilla!
What was that? You just spoke! Mom!
No!
You talked!
No! People can't know!
Why are your hands wet?
They're naturally moist. You're talking to them. These kids are all benefiting from my 74 years of wisdom.
Everyone thinks I'm weird.
Kid, they don't even know you. Try doing this. Wait. First one? Usually it's in the front, but very nice. You're growing up.
No. It's my dad.
What is so special about this reptile?
He made me feel like I could do anything.
This is gonna end badly.
This is a tough time, but these are the best years, believe me. This is incredible!
So my number 9 is Netflix's Leo, which is the story of a classroom lizard who ends up connecting with a bunch of, I think they're 5th graders. Ryan, did you end up watching this movie?
I haven't yet.
Ah, damn it. I was hoping you could talk about it with me. I was hoping maybe you had it on your list too.
Nope.
Dang. I think you would like it.
I know. I mean, I like Sandler. I just keep on forgetting.
Yeah. But anyway, so this classroom lizard, he ends up connecting with this class of, I think they're 5th graders or 4th graders. And surprisingly, it's a musical, which I was not expecting. Some of the musical numbers are okay, and some of them are actually pretty good. But yeah, it's just a very touching story of this lizard who thinks he's dying, and so he feels like he has to, initially he feels like he has to escape and, live his last, year of freedom, kind of do his, bucket list sort of things. And then he ends up accidentally getting caught talking to the kids, and they each take him home for a week, and he gives them life lessons. It's just a very cute, very heartwarming movie. So I highly recommend it. Leo, it is on Netflix.
That's why the bucket list from with Jack Nicholson wasn't as big a hit as people wanted it to be, because he wasn't playing a lizard.
Exactly. I would have thought he was playing a lizard. Wow, I just gotta eat.
I mean, you're the Sandler guy, Ryan. I'm surprised you didn't have it.
I know.
Or just even see it.
You fool! I like to...
I think Kellen might like it, too.
Keep people in suspense.
There is a pretty funny joke involving the kindergartners that I will not ruin, but you should check it out.
Definitely on my queue. Zach, number 9.
All right, my number 9 is a left field choice that nobody would have ever expected me to make, and here it is.
Welcome to the Eras Tour.
has been the most extraordinary experience of my entire life. We're about to go on a little adventure together, and that adventure is going to span 17 years of music. How does that sound? Welcome to the acoustic setting. Are you ready for it? Back in the car, cried like a baby coming home from the bar. I'm fine, but it wasn't true. Love you ain't got the worst thing you ever had. People would come up to me and they'd be like, "You gonna just like do a show with like all the albums in it?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be called the Eras Tour. See you there."
All right, my number 9 is Taylor Swift, The Eras Tour.
I just want to point out that I've picked so far 3 of your movies out of the 4 you guys have had.
Yeah, I have never in the last, like within the span of my 20s into my 30s, I have never had any like suspicion that I would ever become an appreciator of Taylor Swift. I don't think I'm a full-blown Swiftie, but my girlfriend is. And we went through the whole gamut of Swift activity this year, from the concert up to this film. And I think the reason that I put this on my list ultimately came down to the energy in that movie theater at Alamo on the big show is so infectious, complemented with the power of her performance as a stage performer. She is absolutely fantastic, and it's theatrical, it's bombastic, it's chaotic. All it needed was Busby Berkeley drunk off his ass directing it, and it probably would have been my number 1 film of the year. And it's just lovely to watch that energy being felt in a movie theater, because you don't... The only other film on my list this year that captured that energy is further up on the list, and I'll explain the difference for me later. But being that it's a concert film, it's not strictly the same cinematic prowess as other things on my list, but it still is a documentary capture of a moment that has been very influential throughout this year, whether you like Swift or not. And I think that that's always kind of fascinating, as watching a zeitgeist moment unfold, and this one has to be some of the most powerful use of that I've ever seen. So I got infected by it. Like,
I'm surprised no one's asked me how I knew Zach would put this on his list.
It's because I love my girlfriend very much.
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
You think I put a movie my wife liked on this? Fuck no.
No, I love my girlfriend, and I liked this movie a lot. I walked out very, very cheery and satisfied.
Oh, I love my wife. It's just I wouldn't love her enough to put a Taylor Swift movie on it.
And she said she'd break up with you if you didn't. So that's why we're here.
She was not happy with my 2003 Filmsplosion list.
Let me just put it out there. I have nothing against Taylor Swift. I think what she does is really cool.
Can you imagine doing that like 200 times a year?
Fuck no, that'd be awful. Good for
insane.
her.
You know what's kind of amazing too about it is, like, for years my view of Taylor Swift was similar to what you would hear with Ralph Garman talking on Hollywood Babylon. The more I've learned about her and her experience, the more I realize, like, man, that, like, there's a lot of shit she went through that no other performer would have gone through. Like, people like Kanye being a piece of shit to her and all this shit. It's like, man, I respect the fact that you didn't give up. Like, that's pretty damn impressive. Because it's easy to give up in this world. It's nice to watch her succeed that way.
I'm actually kind of bummed I didn't get to see this in the theater, but I hope to see it someday because it looks really well done.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it'd be nice if they replayed it like they do with Stop Talking Sense from the Talking Heads.
So A24 has to get a hold of it. Yeah, I was going to see it at the drive-in, but I never got around to it.
That would have been incredible. That would have been better than The Big Show.
I got really sick of people telling me that I don't like foreign films. So I just want to point out that my first 2 films on my list are both foreign. Here's my number 9.
I'm Rhea Khan.
I am going to be a stunt woman.
My sister Lena is the only person who believes in me.
Want to help me with a vid for my channel?
helps me with all my training.
You are going to be such a great stuntwoman.
That was dope, though. But lately, she's been seeing this guy, who I think is a bit of a smarmy wanker. Lena, it's a trap.
Oh my god, Rhea, chill out.
Now, I'm not being dramatic, but these people are evil.
I found something.
I've got my eye on you.
They are not taking her away without a fight.
I will strike down you or anyone else who tries to get in my way. How about the bikini area?
Let's dance.
We need to get Lena out.
How?
Mischief is afoot.
Lena's not going anywhere. You little bitch.
Rude.
Mom, what are you doing? Oh.
We stick to the plan. Nothing changes.
We are going to show Lena who these people really are.
Let's decimate this crazy.
Did you see my kick?
Of course I bloody did. It was magical. I'm pretty sure I drew blood.
My number 9 is Polite Society.
Oh, Ryan, you're growing up.
I know, right? Well, not totally, because it's a total action film that is about this young woman in England who wants to be a stunt person. And so she trains really hard for it. So she's in martial arts. Her sister is kind of a mess up. And then she gets involved in an arranged marriage with a very wealthy family in town. And then she uncovers stuff about this family that is not cool. I'm not going to spoil it because the movie takes a really hard left turn. And then mayhem ensues. But it's really funny. The action in it is really cool. You didn't see, if you're listening to this, obviously didn't see the trailer, but also the costumes are incredible in it. And it just has this great energy about it. And not enough people saw this movie, and they should, because it is awesome.
Ryan, I'm glad you got this on the list because it almost made mine. I remember seeing a preview for this, and I was like, oh, that looks really cool. I should watch it. And then I think when it came out, it was only in like one theater in Denver.
Yep,
So,
Alamo Sloan's Lake, because that's where I saw it.
Sad deal. Well, anyway, but I think it's on Hulu now if anybody's interested. But
It
yeah,
should, 'cause
Polite
it's awesome.
Society, it is a great movie.
Which is so weird, Ryan, because you're not polite, nor do you belong to society.
Exactly. but sometimes my movies do. Brad?
Imagine Ryan in a bunker on his own.
Number 9.
My number 9 is an animated masterpiece.
My name is Miles Morales. I'm Brooklyn's one and only Spider-Man. And things are going great.
Oh, yeah. You were supposed to be here. Fine.
All right, whatever.
Whatever?
Wow.
Whatever?
So are you like a cow or a Dalmatian?
I am the Spot.
That's not funny. Don't do that.
Miles's grades are pretty good. A in AP Physics.
That's my little man.
And a B in Spanish.
What? Ooh, okay. Miles. Are you trying? Mira, eso es imposible.
I gotta go. All right, bye.
He's lying to you. And I think you know it.
What's up, danger?
Miles! Want to get out of here?
Oh, win? So wait a minute. There's an elite crew with all the best spider people in it?
Who's the new guy?
This is unbelievable.
This is the lobby.
Miguel O'Hara.
The whole thing was his idea.
What's a guy got to do to join this spider team?
You can never be part of this.
Don't even get me started on Doctor Strange and the little nerd back on Earth 1999-99.
Come on, go easy on the kid. He had a terrible teacher.
Peter.
Miles.
Mayday. You have a baby?
I have a baby.
I'll take it from here.
Miles,
Being Spider-Man is a sacrifice.
You have a choice between saving one person and saving every world.
Send me home. I can't do that.
I can do both. Spider-Man always.
Not always.
What about Uncle Ben?
If not for Uncle Ben, most of us wouldn't be here.
Can't stop me now! You can't run forever, kid!
I can't lose one more friend.
Hell, this isn't what we talked about!
You knew?
You have no idea what you're doing!
Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
All stations, stop Spider-Man!
You? Me?
And then I looked at my uncle and...
Let me guess. He died?
Yeah, so my number 9 is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
The other 7 movies better be fucking awesome.
Okay, here's why. Like, I know everyone's shocked that it's this low, but there was a point where this wasn't on the list at all. The biggest thing is that it's half a movie. This movie is all set up, and it's almost 2 hours long. So I feel a little frustrated that it's incomplete for me.
Well, I feel frustrated that you don't know what you're talking about.
You broke your best friend's heart.
Like, it's gorgeous. It animation wise, it does everything the original did, but better. Groundbreaking new territory, but yeah, just story wise, and like, it's not a bad story, but I swear every time I've watched it, I've fallen asleep at some point. So I've never fully gotten all the way through it, I think. And I think it's just because the animation is so good, it just lulls me into sleep. But like, especially that rooftop scene with the party, like, there's something about like how that drags a little bit that just like my mind just starts to go elsewhere, and then like I pass out. Yeah, it's like the biggest thing is it's not done, you know, and most of the movie is just setting up all these things, and it gets really interesting by the time it ends. Like, it goes into that Back to the Future 2 territory where, like, surprise, you know, George McFly is dead, and Biff is taken over, you know, the town. So, yeah, but the other thing that helped it get back onto my list was the fact that I got the chance to watch it with Lord and Miller at the Denver Film Festival and got to listen to them talk about it, along with a producer and I think an editor. And yeah, that was a really cool experience. And a lot of times experiences of how I watch the movies determine what gets on my list for the year. So I'm really frustrated I didn't bring like the DVD to have them sign while I was there. That'd have been awesome. But yeah, Across the Spider-Verse, amazing movie. But yeah, just kind of missing the second half for me. So, which I hopefully will get to watch in the next 2 years at least.
It gets an honorable mention on my list because it's the first movie I got to take my nephew to. It's a fantastic experience, but I see what you're saying. It is technically it's a two-parter, so I get it.
It's okay. Actually, I don't get that mad because when there's a Spider-Man movie during the year, there's a chance it's going to be number one on my list. So it's really low-hanging fruit. So it's fine. I mean, it's the best movie of the year, but, you know, it's whatever. Corinne, number 8.
My number 8 is a very charming film.
Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret.
I'm here to speak to you today about your changing bodies.
The blood is released through the vagina. Please, just do this one thing for me. Let me just be normal and regular like everybody else. Just please, 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 please.
What I feel, I can't say.
I've decided I want you to join my secret club. If you want to be in the club, then you have to wear a bra.
Oh. You think you need one?
Are you you okay? You can tell me the truth.
Fine. Good. Yes. We have the Campus Improvement Committee. Any volunteers? Social Committee. Fundraising Committee. And how are you?
I read that when you don't have any loved ones around, your life expectancy drops drastically, but you know, I've had a good run.
Gets tiring. Trying so hard all the time, doesn't it?
I don't know if I want to do this. Just that we're ready. Please, God, let it be a lady. Do you think any of us will look like that when we're 19?
We must! We must! We must increase our bust!
My number 8 is Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, which I happened to see with Jerry, of all people, and that was a fun time. He and I had seen the trailer before, and he was like, that looks awesome, we gotta go. So it's a very charming and heartwarming film about teenage adolescents, especially teenage girl adolescents, or tweens, I guess, but kind of follows, you know, the main gal, Margaret, and then her mom and her grandma, and just kind of seeing this, and they don't really get into it at all in the trailer, but one of the focal points of the film is that we find out Margaret is from a mixed household. Her dad's family is Jewish, her mom's family is Christian, and so there's this kind of underlying or kind of recurring plot point in the movie about, you know, Margaret goes on this journey of faith and trying to figure out, you know, well, Judaism or Christianity, or, you know, is God there at all? And in addition to all of the drama that comes with, you know, puberty and being a tween girl in the 70s, I think. So it's just fantastic, and it's not a documentary, but sometimes it feels like it is, just because, like, some of those moments I'm like, this hits a little too close to home for me.
When watching the trailer, I saw Jim Brooks' name, and I'm like, where the fuck have you been? And then by the end of the trailer, I'm like, it makes total sense that he produced this movie, because this sounds like in tandem with what he's done in the past. So it was just kind of shocking. Like, where the fuck have you been, buddy?
Yeah, and Rachel McAdams plays Margaret's mom, and then Kathy Bates plays her grandma, and they both do a fabulous job. The younger cast as well, they all do really great. So I hope to see them, you know, they have great careers after this. So, yeah, my number 8 is Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. And shout out to Polite Society and You Are So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah, because I was tempted to put both of those on my list for similar reasons, just kind of exploring female prepubescence and, you know, puberty and, you know, just kind of the changes that you go through. And I personally was most attached to this movie, so that's why it made my list.
All right. Zach, number 8.
My number 8 is one of 2 films on my list that have Larry Fessenden in them. And here it is.
God damn, it's good to see you guys.
DeFranco, get your ass out here.
Major? Major.
You're all here tonight. That's very special. It's been 6 weeks since Susie checked out.
Sweetheart, we all miss Susie.
Then please, will you humor me? With a seance, the spirits speak directly through us. If there are any spirits here, make yourselves known. What the hell is that? Don't you dare get up. What? We have to end the seance before we break the circle. Look! Spirits, force your way into our world with all your might. Come in. I broke the circle. That means the door isn't closed yet.
To hell with you then.
No.
drag us into the dark with you.
This madness is over. This war is over.
Says who?
So yeah, my number 8 is Brooklyn 45. I kind of like was digging around one day this year, just looking for something to watch, and I was sifting through Shudder because I was like going like, I haven't looked at the service in a while. What's it been up to? And this one caught my eye. I watched the trailer and I'm like, all right, I'll give this a shot. And I was incredibly impressed to watch this wonderful a bottle piece horror film set amidst a seance that is both externally and internally a horror film. Externally in the seance sense, internally in terms of coming to terms what happened in a in the Second World War. And it's very much like it reminds me a lot of the movie Lifeboat by Alfred Hitchcock, which Ryan and I have talked about before. Imagine Lifeboat, Ryan, if it was just set in a dwelled apartment. There are things in that trailer that where you think you know what's going to happen, and I assure you that there's going to be a couple twists that you're not expecting. I think what was wonderful was watching the mastery of handling this very character-heavy piece in one room and weaving in and out horrors that are internal and external. It's one of the most solid, pieces of horror I've seen this year, just in how it handles itself. It's a very assured film. From a special effects standpoint, like CGI wise, it's like, okay, it's on a budget, but there are some practical effects that happen throughout the film that are just very impressive and it just made me feel very entertained. And it's got solid performances all around. Larry Fessenden's probably among the biggest names in it, but I know there's other ones in there. Christina Klebe from the Halloween remake is there. Everybody is on a kind of a level ground in terms of the impact of their performance, and each character has something very, very interesting going on. Each of them has some kind of dark, twisted secret, and it just manages to culminate in something very, very special. So I really wish it had gotten a theatrical release, but I don't think it necessarily needed it, being this kind of a bottle piece, and it's not like Hateful Eight where he's trying to use 70mm cameras and whatnot. So yeah, if you go onto AMC Plus or Shudder for a free trial, just check this out. It is worth your time, I promise you.
Cool. My number 8, I have a weird feeling, much like Brad did to me, that I'm going to make someone very unhappy. This is my number 8.
Hey, Barbie. Can I come to your house tonight?
Sure. I don't have anything big planned, just a giant blowout party with all the Barbies and planned choreography and a bespoke song. You should stop by.
So cool.
You can find me under the lights, diamonds under my eyes.
This is the best day ever. It is the best day ever. So is yesterday, and so is tomorrow, and every day from now until forever. Do you guys ever think about dying?
When my heart breaks,
some things have been happening that might be related.
when my world shakes,
Cold shower, falling off my roof, and my heels are on the ground. What do I have to do? You have to go to the real world.
You can go back to your regular life, or you can know the truth about the universe. The choice is now yours.
The first one, the high heel.
You have to want to know, okay? Do it again.
closer I am to find, closer I am to find.
I'm coming with you.
Okay.
Wow, this is the real world. What's going on? Why are these men looking at me?
Yeah, they're also staring at me.
Barbie in the real world. That's impossible.
If this got out, this could mean extremely weird things for our world. This would be catastrophic.
was it?
We haven't played with Barbie since we were like 5 years old. Oh.
No one rests until this doll is back in a box.
Even if nobody else sings along.
Humans only have one ending.
Get that Barbie!
Ideas live forever.
No, I won't let you do just one appendectomy.
But I'm a man.
But not a doctor.
Can I talk to a doctor?
You are talking to a doctor.
I need a clicky pen?
No.
A sharp thing?
No.
There he is. Doctor!
Somebody get security.
Is Barbie if you still in doubt?
My number 8 is Barbie, which took the world by storm and is a very fun movie.
Sorry.
I love that there's just this collective hush.
I mean,
they're like, oh, it's all fun and games when they spoil Ryan's favorite movie, but when I spoil everybody else, it's like, oh, fuck you, you piece of fucking shit.
Guys,
you know
I think
what? You're not Ken enough.
We need to get together and get Ryan canceled for this. This is egregious.
I agree. Or you know what? No. You know what we do? We send him to Barbie Land for a week to learn a lesson.
Put him in the box.
Put him in the box.
No, the movie's really fun. It is silly, but it also has a really great message. It is silly. You're shaking your head down there.
I'm just still disappointed this is your number 8.
Okay, it's silly.
No, I'm disappointed this is your number 8.
Yeah.
There better be 7 films better than this, Ryan.
There is.
No, there's not.
There is.
The more I looked at the
Promise.
patriarchy, it just got interesting when I realized it wasn't about horses.
You did see the Spider-Man Barbie in the movie, right?
No. There was a Spider-Man Barbie?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You sleeping through it?
I know Shang-Chi was in it, but...
Retroactively, it's your number 2 now,
and
right?
Bruce Campbell was walking down the street in one scene.
But it does have a great message, too. And one of my favorite things about this is how conservative media flipped out about it. And it literally was highlighting exactly what they were flipping out about. Obviously, people that have never seen the movie, because when Ken learns that men can do whatever they want, and he takes it back to Barbie world and how toxic it makes everything, I think is very spot on for how we treat people and expectations in society. And Ken is probably one of my favorite characters of the year, just because his arc is really great, in a role that's usually defined by women, where he thinks he's defined by being with Barbie, and Barbie has to tell him that no, you're not. Ken is enough. So it's a great message. Brad, number 8.
My number 8 is a bizarre surrealist masterpiece.
Do you want to see what the world is really like?
Yes.
My name is Emma Stone. I'm playing Bella Baxter in the film Poor Things.
This is Bella. She's an experiment.
She's understanding what it is to be a member of society.
Good evening.
The more autonomous she becomes, the more challenged these men seem to be by it. It's a very, very funny film.
Why do people not just do this all the time?
We must experience everything, Bella. This makes us whole.
I wanted to play Bella because it felt like acceptance of what it is to be a woman, to be free, to be scared and brave.
Bella.
Why keep it in my mouth if it is revolting? I must go punch that baby.
So yeah, my number 8 is Poor Things for punching babies.
For punching babies. Babies have had it too good for too long.
My number 8 is Poor Things. It's the best Frankenstein movie ever made.
Ooh, that's bold.
You hear that, Zach?
When I get you outside, I swear to God.
Poor Things is about Emma Stone's character, Bella Baxter, is a suicide victim that gets reborn as her daughter and has to relearn life. And Willem Dafoe plays Dr. Frankenstein, who nudges her into first just being like trapped in his world, and then lets her be free, and then it goes to explore everything. And much like Barbie, she goes into a very patriarchal society and challenges all those status quos. And one of the most amazing things about the movie is her performance, where she starts off as a very like simple-minded person, and that's reflected in her dialogue. And almost without you noticing, by the end of the movie, she just speaks like very highly educated. And then, Ryan, you mentioned it too. Like, Mark Ruffalo's character is like the opposite of Ken.
Yeah.
He's like the ultimate douchebag man. And yeah,
he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's awful. But the whole movie is surprisingly. I mentioned it on the episode we did. It's like the Wes Anderson movie I didn't get this year, because everyone kind of has this like dry, weird dialogue. And then there's all like, it's gorgeous to look at
Zach,
in a different
black
way.
And white for half the movie.
I know it's been schedule conflicts. I want to see this movie real bad.
Yeah, but yeah, highly imaginative, but like not as like meticulous as like a Wes Anderson production design. Like it just feels like everything's kind of like a soundstage that's just like exploding in like weird fantasy directions. But yeah, I didn't expect it. Like normally, Yorgos Lanthimos' work, I mean, usually like, oh, that's creative, but like it doesn't connect with me. But this one just blew me away. I was like, oh wow, the hype is there. I see it.
It's nice to kind of watch that guy slowly but surely gain a foothold into people's consciousness, because he's not like it's not like Wes Anderson, where he has a palatable taste that can transition however slowly it is. Like,
yeah, there's just really funny moments in it too, where it's trapped in Victorian times, but they have some dialogue that is really modern. There's a part in it where Willem Dafoe is coughing and he coughs up blood, and Mark Ruffalo's character says, "Look, he coughs up blood, not like air, like real people." And this guy goes, "He has fucking cancer, you idiot."
Shuts him up.
It shuts him up. That's funny.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, my number 8, Poor Things.
Corinne. All right, Corinne, don't fail me.
Lucky number 7.
All right, my number 7 is a prequel to a franchise I've been kind of interested in. So this is it.
We're live!
Mr. Snow, after everything you've seen out there in the world, what are the Hunger Games for?
Are you coming to the tree?
The Hunger Games, they're to punish the districts. Those tributes don't have a choice.
Your role is to turn these children into spectacles, not survivors.
We're live! Smile. It's why we have teeth.
Imagine it was your name that they pulled.
Strange things do happen here.
I just want to know that somebody still cared about me, that I was still of value.
Welcome to the Capitol.
You look like you shouldn't be here.
I shouldn't, but I'm your mentor.
A rebel.
I am gonna get you out of here.
You want to protect people, and it's essential to accept what human beings are and what it takes to control them. Let's see you use that famous snow charm.
You seem like a good man, Corleone Snow.
I have seen what war does to people.
Fueled with the terror of becoming prey. See how quickly we become predator? I want my enemies to see a rainbow of destruction engulfing the world.
You're monsters! All of you! Good luck with that poor little songbird.
Where is she?
It's a mystery. And mysteries have a way of driving people mad.
Mr. Snow, let me ask you one final time. What are the Hunger Games for?
It's the things we love most that destroy us.
My number 7 is The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. When they were advertising this movie, I was like, it kind of looks interesting. I don't really care. Maybe I'll see it. And then, hearing everybody online, all the big Hunger Games fans, because as I said during 2013 Filmsplosion, I never read the books. I liked the first 2 movies. I really liked Catching Fire, and then I never saw Mockingjay, but I knew what happened, so I was kind of like, okay, that's fine. But then this came out, and everybody online was like, this is a really good movie, you should check it out. And I was like, okay. So, yeah, it's a really good movie, especially if you have any attachment to the Hunger Games franchise, because this is a prequel telling the story of the villain, Coriolanus Snow, who ends up becoming president of Panem. And it's kind of like a villain origin story for him, but it's also an origin story sort of for the games. Not like their creation, but kind of how they became the games that we know from the Hunger Games franchise. You start to see a lot of these elements, because Snow decides they should be spectacles, we should really hype it up, and they should have sponsorships and all these things that we end up seeing later on in the franchise. And it is fairly long, fair warning, but the first third is the build up to the games themselves. The middle third is the games, and then the final third is kind of the fallout, everything that happens afterward. And I don't want to say too much, because that final third is honestly, I think, the best part of the movie. The first 2 thirds are still really good, but it's that final third that really gets it for me. And you really start to see these characters and kind of who they really are, because when they're in the Hunger Games, they have to act a certain way because their lives are on the line or their reputations are on the line. But when they're kind of out afterward and it's like they have nothing to lose, they're kind of different people. So I don't know, I would recommend it. My number 7 is The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Zach,
Wonderful.
number 7?
All right, my number 7 is a foreign action film that I was kind of shocked to see didn't get as great a reception box office wise as I would have hoped. But it's amazing, and here it is.
Fucker is a gold miner. We're rich, boys.
Get down on your knees.
Fuck him up. We got gold.
He was a Finnish commando. He lost his home and his family in the war. He became a one-man death squad. He's one mean motherfucker that you do not want to mess with.
You'll see what happens when you take everything from him.
You really believe that he's immortal?
No, he just refuses to die.
How many Mayans did we bury here?
All of them.
You? And you?
This is not about who's the strongest. This is about not giving up. We have a word for that in Finland.
We might have a problem.
Yeah, my number 7 is Sisu. In a weird way, I think this film gave me what I initially thought Inglourious Bastards would be in 2009. I mean, Inglourious Bastards, the movie I got, is great. But this film was just a solid, non-stop action piece that it set itself amid World War II, so that'll always catch my fancy. But I think what I love about it is that it very much plays out like a spaghetti western or a Sergio Leone movie. Brad and I were just talking about it on the during the trailer, but he really is not. He's only killing the Nazis because they're after his gold. And the way I kind of
that gold,
yeah. And I looked at it more as like it's similar to Sergio Leone's Man with No Name, where he very much is in it for himself, but that's not going to stop him from saving a bunch of women who have been kidnapped by the Nazis. Or
dude, I just had a great idea.
What?
Fucking Leprechaun, but the Nazi steal his gold.
Ooh,
because he's always after his gold.
That's a good idea.
Fuck. Copyright Real Nerds Podcast.
Dude. Oh, are we writing it tonight?
Yes.
Over one night with a ton of coffee in us. But yeah, no, and it's also very. Like, the dialogue is so fucking sparse. The main hero virtually never speaks. And so it very much relies on its visual acumen, and it just totally succeeds at it. The visual effects have a solid footing under them. It's a similar situation to Godzilla Minus One, where it's like, the movie's not that high budgeted, but the special effects look fucking incredible. Especially the plane sequence near the end. It just actually looks more fantastic than it has any right to. It was just a thrill-a-minute fun ride. I was devastated to see it not do as well as it should have at the box office. This is a movie that people will have fun with, hands down. So yeah, number 7, Sisu. Sisu!
Nice. Well, my number 7 is an unlucky number for some. It continues the gore.
What's up, sis?
I had the most beautiful dream.
It was the perfect day. And all I could think about was how much I wanted to cut you all open and then climb inside your bodies. So that we could stay one happy family.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother,
What is this, Danny? I found it.
what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me.
Open up now.
You don't look so good, Mom.
Nothing a big old kiss from you won't fix.
I'm getting us out of here. I promise.
You'd be a good mom someday, Honeybell.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you know how to lie to kids.
What will be, will be.
Mommy's with the maggots now.
Number 7 is Evil Dead Rise. A fitting entry into the Evil Dead universe. Yeah, it's intense. The one time I really felt bad taking my kid to maybe a movie he shouldn't see is
you did.
No,
you did what?
I didn't take him to this movie.
Okay,
but I did take him to see Megan.
Oh,
and I didn't know this trailer was before it, and so we're watching it because I text Brad. I said, "Hey, can Kellen watch Megan?" He's been asking about it because Brad had seen it. He said, "Yeah, it's like cute Chucky." I'm like, "All right, cool. He's probably fine." So we're sitting in the theater, and this trailer comes on, and Kellen's eyes are as big as fucking hockey pucks. and the part where she says, "Mommy's with the maggots."
Oh, no.
He didn't look away from the screen. I was like, "Oh, I'm a horrible parent."
No.
But he soon forgot about it. But the movie is intense. I'm glad they put it out in the theaters. It's a really fun movie. It does go places you don't expect it to go. Bruce Campbell is in the film. He's one of the voices on the record. But yeah, it's just a fun movie. If you like Evil Dead movies, then this is right up your alley.
You forgot the part where you came home after a long day at work and you went into your house in the living room. Kellen was just sitting on the floor with his back to you, playing with his trucks. And then you started to inch up close. I'm like, "Hey, Kellen, hey, buddy, how's it going? Where's Mommy at?" And you just hear him say, "Mommy's with the maggots now."
Dude, I would freak the fuck out.
Yeah, that was a weird Saturday night at the house.
The scariest thing that's ever happened to me as a parent, we've all seen, well, maybe Corinne hasn't, but the Dawn of the Dead remake. So one night I'm sleeping in my bed, and you just have this feeling that someone's watching you. And so I open up my eyes, and Kellen's in our doorway to my room, and he's just going,
God.
And I was like, "What the fuck?" And then he just ran and jumped in my bed. I almost punted him out of my room. Because if you've seen the Dawn of the Dead remake, that little girl is in the hallway, and then she comes running into their bedroom and bites that guy.
Wow.
But that's all I could think of. But luckily, my kid was not a zombie and or possessed by a deadite. So
luckily.
Not yet.
But you should see Evil Dead Rise if you like blood and guts and people getting eviscerated.
What if I don't?
Yeah, it's not a movie for you, Corinne.
Yeah, it's not a movie for you or my girlfriend.
Yeah, because it's also one of those movies that there's always a caveat: the violence is intense, and it's not like Evil Dead 2 goofy.
No.
It's mean.
No, it's mean, but I don't even know if it's as mean technically as the remake.
Oh no, that's not. That's why that one ranks higher for me.
Yeah.
But it's still a fun movie, though. Brad, number 7.
Yeah, also has one of the best title cards of the year.
Agreed.
Yeah, my number 8 is a nice holiday. My number 7 is a nice holiday movie.
You just earned yourself a detention, sir. He with you is already one big detention. Son of a...
Sir, I don't understand.
That's glaringly apparent.
I can't fail this class.
Oh, don't sell yourself short, Mr. Coates. I truly believe that you can.
Every year at Barton Academy, students, faculty, and staff depart the campus for a 2-week winter break. But there are always an unfortunate few who have nowhere to go for the holidays. They're known as the holdovers.
Mr. Hunnam.
Hello, Mary.
I heard you got stuck with babysitting duty this year. How'd you manage that?
You know, he used to be a student, right? Yeah, that's why he knows how to inflict maximum pain on us.
I thought all the Nazis were hiding in Argentina.
Stifle it, Tully.
You just earned yourself a detention, sir. He here with you is already one big detention. Son of a bitch, that's another detention. Do you think I want to be babysitting you? No, I was praying your mother would pick up the phone or your father would arrive in a helicopter or a flying saucer.
My father's dead.
You don't tell a boy that's been left behind at Christmas that nobody wants him? What's wrong with you?
There's nobody here, okay? You stay out of my way, and I'll stay out of yours.
Let me sleep.
Now, most of the kids dislike you, pretty much hate you. Teachers too. You know that, right?
I find the world a bitter and complicated place, and it seems to feel the same way about me. I think you and I have this in common. I don't think
I've ever had a real family Christmas like this before. Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome. History is not simply the study of the past, it is an explanation of the present.
See, when you say it that way and throw in some pornography, it's a lot easier to understand.
No matter what you
I'd like to propose a toast to my two unlikely companions.
Are you trying to lick down my shirt?
No.
Yes.
You're going to get me fired. This is your Rubicon. Do not cross the Rubicon.
The Holdovers.
So yeah, my number 7 is The Holdovers, a nice movie about a bunch of broken people who are stuck at this college over the holidays, and as they suffer through the winter, the reason why they're broken unravels, and eventually they start out hating each other and then learn to like each other. So yeah, it's a nice, fun holiday movie.
Has a nice 80s aesthetic to it.
Yeah, the trailer's a little corny. But
I think it has that feel to it, you know.
Yeah, it's set in the 70s, I think. So the production design is very it has like a really warm, inviting aesthetic to it.
Nice.
Yep.
Corinne, number 6.
My number 6, I did not get a chance to see it in theaters. It wasn't until I was home at one point during the summer, but I got to watch it with my family, which was a lot of fun. So this is my number 6.
On your knees.
Okay, chop it off.
Chop it off. Let's do it.
Oh, we got him now. You know what? I'm thinking there are probably sharper stairs somewhere else.
We're thieves, but we help the wrong person steal the wrong thing and unleash the greatest evil the world has ever known.
The Red Wizards created an army of the undead.
Sounds lovely.
Quite the opposite.
I know, I was being ironic.
I find irony is a blade that cuts he who wields it most especially.
You're not a lot of fun, are you? How are we gonna pull this off?
We're gonna need a team.
You need cool air.
Follow me to the orifice.
Back to school air.
The orifice?
I'll go last.
Let's go.
I don't mind that. He missed.
No, that's not good. Aren't you sick of failing? We could die.
There's worse things than dying. I lost everything that ever mattered to me, and if we quit now, that's for nothing.
I don't want to see you die, which is why I'm going to leave the room.
This ends now.
The bridge is protected by an ancient trap. We must not trigger the mechanism.
I may have triggered the mechanism. So, sorry.
My number 6 is Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, which I'm surprised I'm the first person to bring this movie up, to be honest. But yeah, it's just a really fun time. I rewatched it recently, and it's insane how funny and well crafted this movie is. I think one of the best examples I can give you is in the opening narration that Chris Pine is, or his character is, explaining kind of their backstory, and there's this shot of these jewels in a window shop, or in a shop's window, and he is busting through, and just like the angle they pick and the it's just, yeah, it's like a really simple moment, but you're like, wow, instead of doing something just, like whatever, like ground level, bird's eye view, or not bird's eye view, just doing it straight on, they go for something a little bit different. And I think that there's little touches like that throughout the film that really just pay off at the end. And it's a lot of fun. Kind of has like a Guardians of the Galaxy sort of vibe to it, of just all these misfits coming together, a lot of really well-crafted humor throughout, and yeah, you guys saw it.
Yeah, no, I think it's one of the movies that surprised me most this year. It's really fun.
Yeah. It was close to my list. I really enjoyed it. And I started playing Dungeons and Dragons last year, so like it was nice to walk in and understand a portion, but like a good chunk enough to enjoy myself even extra. So
yeah, it's way better than it has any right to be. And I think this movie just proves that Chris Pine needs to sing in more things.
I think this proves that Chris Pine needs to be the Chris we start casting more often that isn't named Evans.
I would agree with that.
So you know who I just isolated.
I'm Chris Pine. I'm the best Chris.
He's the second best Chris. Evans is the first.
So
you missed that movie then.
My number 6 is Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
Zach, number 6.
My number 6 is a repeat. It's Evil Dead Rise, which means I like the Evil Dead franchise more than Ryan fucking Frost.
You shut your mouth.
Nope. I'm now the number one fan of Evil Dead on this podcast. Now, yeah, dude, this film was fucking cool. The opening scene for me, when she's reading from Wuthering Heights, and just before it goes in for the kill, was just, it was the right amount of Sam Raimi-ish goofiness combined with something that was truly terrifying. The guy who directed it, I know he's an Irish director who did another film, like The Hole, I think it was. I haven't seen that yet, but it made me want to go check out his other film, because he just handled the tension of Evil Dead so brilliantly. And the high-rise concept itself was going to get me in the door, but the way they really worked to maneuver a story where you cared about these characters was something impressive. The Evil Dead franchise just has a great way of getting you to give a shit about these characters, and I'm glad that they continued that tradition. And I think it's in that echelon of some of the most exciting films I saw with an audience this year, where it was just a lot of fun to listen to people react. The amount of blood in it did genuinely get me back to queasiness. Not as much as the Evil Dead remake with certain scenes in the middle, but it got very fucking close. The climax of this film with the chipper is just fucking insane. So yeah, if anybody hasn't seen Evil Dead Rise yet, check it out. I give shit to David Zaslav enough, but props to him for getting this shit in the theater, because it deserved to be in a theater. Now, having said that, he's still a piece of shit who's ruining Warner Brothers. Fuck him. Anyway,
yeah.
Number 6, Evil Dead Rise.
My number 6 is a repeat again. Brad is the one who makes me keep on repeating. It's Poor Things. My favorite part about Poor Things is how many times I see Emma Stone naked, and for this large chunk right in the middle, God,
you see everything.
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's really funny, and like I mentioned, some of the dialogue is really silly, but for some reason it really fits this world it's in. If you're willing to accept the world you're stepping into, behind the facade of this, what you've read online about like sex scenes and stuff like that, it's actually about a person learning about who they are and learning what they need in life and accepting them for who they are. And Emma Stone, you mentioned it, Brad. It's really fascinating to see her at the very beginning where she goes, Bella like. And then towards the end of the film, hour and 40 minutes later, she is working towards being a doctor, and she is so articulate, and she has a better understanding of people than all of these so-called educated men in her life. And a great yin to her yang is the Mark Ruffalo character, because he is a lawyer in this who's supposed to be very well educated, and he has money and he's wealthy, but he's a fucking prick, and he doesn't understand the plight of other people, which Bella learns while she's on this cruise. And it changes the whole dynamic of the film, where she loses her innocence and she starts understanding what poor things actually means. The meaning of the film is a turning point for Bella as a character and the title of the film. And what she does for the last third of the movie is very fascinating. That also involves sex, but in a way where she's the one who's in power, and she uses it against men in a way that I think is really interesting for character development and character growth. And so everybody should see this movie. It's awesome.
I'm excited to watch this now.
Brad, number 6.
There's a lot of movies lately about people in business doing really impressive things for business, and this one had the most Ninja Turtle references this year.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Okay, picture a cell phone and an email machine all in one thing. There is a free wireless internet signal all across North America, and nobody has figured out how to use it. It's like the Force. Sorry, have you seen Star Wars?
No.
That guy is sketchy. I don't think he's sketchy. The guy's a shark.
I know how to market it, and I know who we can sell it to. But I want 50% of the company, and I've got to be CEO.
I don't know who you think you are, but deal. Are you joking?
We are in a race to get this thing to market, and we are a year behind. I need a prototype.
I'll do it perfectly, or I don't do it.
Mike, are you familiar with the saying perfect is the enemy of good?
Well, good enough is the enemy of humanity.
What do you call it?
It's called a BlackBerry.
Try typing with your thumbs.
Get this baby in the hands of every Fortune 500 executive you can find.
We call them crackberries.
Doug, come with us, sir.
No. You want to be great, you need to sacrifice. And the more painful the sacrifice, the greater you'll be.
If we put more phones on these networks, they're going to crash. Is this legal?
We need to sell 1 million BlackBerries.
We're in the middle of a hostile takeover!
Do you know what the sentence is for multi-million-dollar stock fraud?
What are you doing?
I'm doing it all.
You guys have no idea how to run a company.
What's happening, man?
I created this entire market. You said they were the best engineers in the world.
I said they're the best engineers in Canada.
What are they paying you?
I shouldn't say. They're paying me $10 million.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah, my number 5?
6.
My number 6 is BlackBerry, which I've never owned a BlackBerry, so why would I care? But this is a fun movie about the rise and fall of the BlackBerry phone. Just takes you through the creation of it and the takeover by, I forget his name, but it's the bald guy that what's his name plays.
Glenn Howerton. Just call him Dennis.
Yeah.
Dennis Reynolds.
He's super angry throughout the movie. And then Jay Baruchel plays one half of the duo that pretty much creates it. And he kind of, towards the end, compromises all of his principles, and it blows up in his face.
Does he compromise him? Does he?
Nice. This is the end reference. Weirdly, I think AMC has decided to take this movie and chop it up into 6 parts as a miniseries on television, which is interesting. So, and like I said, weirdly, there's 5 or 6 ninja, they play Ninja Rap in the car at one point. There's a turtle van in the office.
Nice.
People are collecting turtle figures, so I was like, oh, there's a lot of Ninja Turtle references for this movie that didn't realize would be there. I guess because the director's Canadian or something. He's a big fan. So, yeah, BlackBerry's my number 6.
Love it. Corinne, number 5.
My number 5 is a repeat. My number 5 is Godzilla -1.
Nice.
I'm surprised you guys had it so low. What the hell? But, yeah, I saw this right before Christmas.
Well, we're surprised you have it so high.
Because it's amazing.
I'm surprised it's in the middle. Wait. No.
Well,
Seriously,
you should feel better that I don't have it at all.
Sure. Yeah, it's crazy how this movie kind of came out of nowhere. I saw very little marketing for it. It was mostly good word of mouth. And, yeah, like this movie was insanely good. Way better than it had any right to be. And I saw this right before Christmas with Jerry, and we had a blast in the theater. There were different moments where I was like, I legit don't know what's going to happen, especially toward the end, and I don't want to spoil too much, but there were moments where I was like, this could go either way, because these filmmakers walked me up to this possibility, and I was like, you know, with a movie, with this tone, with this setting, we could go there. And maybe we did, maybe we didn't. You have to find out. So good. There were, moments when, like, Godzilla, what do you call it? The nuclear breath or something? Where Atomic breath, where he, charges up. And I was, like, holding on to Jerry. I'm like, oh, my gosh, like, he's going to destroy all of Tokyo. And, like, that scene was really well done. But it was also just devastating because it's like these people have been through so much already.
Right.
And instead of like in the other Warner Brother Godzilla films where you're like, yeah, wreck their shit, who cares? I was just like, no, please don't hurt any of these people. Like, they've been through too much already.
They made a post-war drama first and a Godzilla movie second, and that's how they succeeded.
Oh man, I got so attached to the characters, and even though I can't remember like most of their names, I loved Doc. And I was like, if anything happens to Doc, I swear I'm gonna
right.
I will commit violence. But yeah.
And no one's one note in the movie either. Like each side character has some well-rounded definition of sorts. It's really awesome.
Yeah, it is. And just that bond that all the characters form when they start working together, and how they all kind of become like a found family, to the point where when that final decision is made, you are in their shoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, man, I wish we could just like talk about this in full, but I missed it. I wasn't on that episode, but I had a fun time, and Jerry and I both came out of the theater crying, and we were like, a Godzilla film made us cry for the right reasons.
Yeah.
So, my number 5, Godzilla -1.
Zach, number 5?
My number 5 is a film with Tom Hanks.
You're not here.
We're not there. The car exploded. Come get the girls. I have to stay here with Woodrow.
I'm not the chauffeur. I'm the grandfather. Where are you?
Asteroid City, Farm Route 6, mile 75.
Junior stargazers and space cadets. Each year we celebrate Asteroid Day, commemorating September 23rd, 3007 BC, when the arid plains meteorite made Earth impact.
Holy Toledo, that's Mitch Campbell. You were very good in the one about the tramp in the brothel who gets amnesia and becomes a pediatrician. You were very authentic.
Actually, maybe my favorite character ever.
I don't know why nobody else liked it.
Oh.
What do those pulses indicate?
What? Oh, the beeps and blips? We don't know.
Some of our information about outer space may no longer be completely accurate. Anyway, there's still only 9 planets in the solar system as far as we know. Billy?
Except now there's an alien.
What's happening now?
I don't know. I don't like the way that guy looked at us. The alien.
How did he look?
Like we're doomed.
Maybe we are.
I've just informed the president.
How long can they keep us in Asteroid City legally?
The world will never be the same.
That's an alien doing jumpy jacks. That's an alien in a top hat.
What's out there? The meaning of life. Maybe there is one.
Are you married?
I'm a widower. But don't tell my kids.
You're saying her mother died 3 weeks ago?
Let's say she's in heaven. Which doesn't exist for me, of course, but you're Episcopalian.
In my loneliness, I learned to give complete and unquestioning faith to the people I love. I don't know if that includes you, but it included my daughter and your 4 children.
Sometimes I think I feel more at home outside the Earth's atmosphere.
Oh, wow. Me too.
They're strange, aren't they? They're children. Compared to normal people.
Yes, that's correct.
It's true.
Freight train, going so fast. Freight train, going so fast.
I do a nude scene. You want to see it?
Huh? Did I say yes?
You didn't say anything.
I meant yes. My mouth didn't speak.
All right, my number 5 is Asteroid City, filmed by Wes Anderson.
Picked correctly by me.
Nice, very good. I'm proud of you, buddy. I mean, like I enjoy Wes Anderson, but he doesn't always pop up in my lists. And French Dispatch would have been the last one, and I enjoyed that, but not as much as other films. This one just happened to be among the best I've seen this year for me. I really enjoy, especially the way this is intercut between this fictional story in the middle of a desert town, intermixed with this early television Playhouse 90 aesthetic, and Bryan Cranston kind of going through the process of early television. And there's an argument for not needing those intercuts in the way they flow, but I enjoy the way it's fucking around with the fourth wall. That will always get to me. But I also I love when Tom Hanks plays a piece of shit. Like, depending on, it could be any degree. It could be slightly piece of shit or a big piece of shit. And this is a good middle ground, reminding me of Gene Hackman and Royal Tenenbaums, where he's not a great guy at all. He's not a good grandfather by any means, but he is just very good at encapsulating that in a Wes Anderson fashion. I actually would love to watch him work with Anderson more based off of that. And so it was just nice to kind of get a very fine Tom Hanks performance that falls into that category for me. And it's nice to watch people who haven't worked with Anderson before kind of get their toes wet in the sand, like Steve Carell. I don't think we've seen him in one of his films, and he works very nicely in his world. And I really, really liked the whole deleted scene aspect with Margot Robbie. I thought that was a nice little touch. So, yeah, it was just a very excellent and fun time, and it gave me a warm feeling. So, yeah, Asteroid City.
Number 5 for me is also a repeat because of the son of a bitch to my right. It's John Wick 4.
I didn't see John Wick 4.
Still. We touched on it. It's the story is, he's going to get revenge, but the set pieces are incredible. We've used it for a sweeper a couple times, but he fights his way to the top of this really long staircase and he gets hit down it, and he has to fight his way back up again. And it seems like that would be really redundant, but it works. And the choreography and the stunt work is second to none. It's some of the coolest stuff I've seen this year on screen. And it's just really fun.
Red ticket tonight. Fuck.
And so John Wick, Chapter 4. Brad, number 5.
My number 5, if you've ever been around theater people, you'll get a kick out of this movie.
What up, Adirondack? Listen up. Squad, gang, maybe zip it. Can we just get you guys to shit?
Oh, what a beautiful.
Oh, that's dope.
Welcome, auditioners.
You guys are so talented, so unbelievable. This will break you. This will fully destroy you.
Congratulations on being the most talented kids at camp.
Starfish, jiggle like a jackal, jiggle like a jackal.
These are the things we can do with masks.
These people are really weird.
That's a good song choice, right? I do believe her as a French prostitute.
Amos.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sex worker.
Thank you.
Sad news, I will not be doing piercings anymore in the hut because there's a narc amongst us. Cassie has narked. It's totally fine.
We're going to need to prioritize the musicals, which means the straight plays are going to have to be acoustic.
Quick question. What's a straight play?
There are musicals and then there are straight plays.
So then what would be a gay play?
I guess a musical.
Oh, cool. I know this one's a theater camp classic, so send our regards to Broadway.
We only have 3 weeks to create a masterpiece. It's on you now. All on you.
Let's do this. And cue cocaine.
You need to know that only 3% of people make it. The rest end up in a mental facility or on a go-go box in Hell's Kitchen.
This is a complete disaster.
Everything is gonna be okay.
It doesn't work out, guys.
We're theater people. We know how to turn cardboard into gold.
You think this is fun and games? It's not fun. It's art.
Minor housekeeping issue. Whoever stole my CBD gummies, please return them. I'm pretty sure I know who it was.
Yeah, so my number 5 is Theater Camp, which is about a theater in the camp in the Adirondacks. The person who created it goes into a coma, and her son has to take over for the rest of the season. And meanwhile, there's a rival camp that's trying to buy them out. So they have to put on the best play ever to raise money to keep it open. And yeah, it just kind of shuffles through all the archetypes of theater people, all the stereotypes, as they try to create this smash hit play.
It's one of the ones I wish it's in my queue on Hulu, and I keep on forgetting to watch it.
Yeah.
Same.
But yeah, it's ton of fun. It's like a pseudo documentary style thing, and yeah,
great trailer.
A lot of fun.
Corinne, number 4.
My number 4 is another repeat. My number 4 is Across the Spider-Verse.
Nice.
It was like one of the few movies I got to see this summer, but I kind of have some of the similar criticisms as Brad. It is kind of half of a movie. I do feel like it gets to be pretty long, especially there at the very end, because it's kind of like, you know, any point in that last like 10 or 15 minutes, it's like you could have almost ended it there, and it just kind of kept going like Return of the King or something. But animation-wise, absolutely gorgeous. Probably one of the best animated films I've seen this year. And the soundtrack is actually amazing. Like, it's on par with the first Spider-Verse movie soundtrack, which was also really good. And I would just like to point out that the first movie, their kind of like hit song was Sunflower, and this one it's Hummingbird, and those are two of my favorite things. So I'm like, if in the third film they have one that's like called Sunset or Ice Cream, I'm calling it now. So
you're listening,
Sony? Swing down to get that ice cream. Ooh, gonna get that ice cream.
I mean, I'd go for it. Yeah, just the journey that Miles goes on in this, and seeing all the, like, meeting the returning spider people, but also the new folks. Is it Hobie, Ryan? Hobie?
Yeah, Hobie.
Hobie's pretty cool. And what's the Indian one?
Pavtir. I can't pronounce his last name. But it's P-A-V-T-I-R.
He's like Spider-Man India or something.
Yep.
Yeah, he's pretty cool too. The whole scene in the lobby with, you know, all the different spider people running around and chasing him. And just, it has like a really strong emotional core as well. So yeah, it's just a really well-made movie, and I am totally fine waiting for Beyond the Spider-Verse to come out in a couple years to give the animators plenty of time to work on the next one.
And to work on the song. I mean, they gotta write a whole new song now.
That's
already half done.
1, 2, 3 scoops. Spider-Man swings it to you.
What if it's
in a sunset?
What if it's a song that has both sunsets and ice cream in it?
Sunset flavored ice cream.
And Henry Golding.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Zach, number 4.
My number 4 is a kind of Evil Dead-ish movie from A24. And here it is.
Have you seen the group chat? They're doing it again tonight. No, please. It's my mom's Remembrance Day. I just want to forget about it.
Do it.
Who's up? I'll do it.
Cannot go for more than 90 seconds. Am I clear?
What happens after 90 seconds?
Don't want to stay. Light the candle to open the door. Blow it out to close it.
Put your hand on it. Now say, talk to me.
Talk to me.
What did the hand feel like?
It felt amazing. I could see and feel everything on the other side. So my mom, she was trying to reach out. Mom, I'm here. Still been saying stuff.
You mean saying stuff?
What if we opened the door but we didn't shut it? Oh my god, they followed us.
I like it.
They're not gonna stop. They're never gonna stop.
They like you.
Talk to me.
Yeah, my number 4 is Talk to Me. Bueno and I went to watch this probably not advisably following a death of a friend of ours. And we weren't expecting the film to have elements of self-harm attached to it necessarily because the trailer wasn't strictly indicating that. So we kind of just sat there a little bit frozen throughout the film. But even as it was going on, the effect that it had on me as an audience member was striking. Its lead performer is amazing. And it managed to grip me from moment one to moment end. It is a very powerfully shot film on a very low ebb scale. Like when I see a hand sculpture that you're supposed to grab, my initial indication is the hand's going to grab you or something. And props to them, they really do a lot without having to gussy it up with any CGI strings or anything like that. It's a good like use the tools you have around you kind of a horror film that tells a really good story. And it was like weird to watch Miranda Otto giving this like amazing performance outside of Lord of the Rings canon. Like I don't get to see her in movies that often, and she plays this rightfully like torn and broken mother. There's a lot of stuff to be proud of in this, but I think what it did for me that was slightly better than Evil Dead Rise was that like it gripped me more emotionally than Evil Dead Rise's characters, but like only by technically a little bit. It really lays into the family drama a little bit, and it blended so well that it was very affecting. I mean, I think of the A24 horror films I've seen,
it's definitely one of the better ones.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Ari Aster, but this is for me. This is more fun.
I think
than
he
Ari Aster.
has his head so far up his own ass he can't see straight.
I think that, like, I think for this film, especially, is that it's just more gripping for me than what Ari Aster has put out. So, like, it's a nice example of how A24's template can be very varied and diverse. Like, it doesn't have to strictly be just strict art house horror. Like, this one blends both pretty simply and pretty effectively.
Great.
So, yeah, talk to me.
My number 4 is a really awesome movie that is overshadowed by 2 movies that I don't think are as good.
Our lives are the sum of our choices. And we cannot escape the past. Ethan, this mission of yours is gonna cost you dearly.
The world is changing. Truth is vanishing. War is coming.
It's been a long time, friend. You've no idea the power I represent. It knows your story and how it ends.
Listen to me. The world's coming after you.
His fate is written. Shall we write yours too?
If anything happens to them, there's no place that I won't go to kill you. That is written.
Ethan, what's your objective? What's your ultimate objective?
Your life will always matter more to me than my own.
None of our lives can matter more than this mission.
I don't accept that.
My number 4 is Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. What I always love about these movies is they're able to make entertaining films and up the ante in them a lot, and they're super creative. They really focused on his motorcycle stunt in this and the promotional stuff leading up to it. But I think at the end, when it's the train hanging off, is like had me at the edge of my seat, and the fight in the narrow alley is incredible.
Better train sequence than the original movie.
Yeah, and they just keep up making entertaining movies. Each one's really fun, and this film kind of got lost in the shuffle of what happened in the summer.
Well, because it came out a week before Barbenheimer.
Yeah, and I also think it's a victim of them moving it constantly. Because it's supposed to come out in 2022 and 2021, and they keep moving it and moving it and moving it, and then they, for some reason, decided to put it maybe arrogantly in front of these two other films, and kind of got lost in them. But you should see it because Tom Cruise is awesome. The intensity he brings to the part and the gravity that he brings to it, I think, is often overlooked. Because I don't think it's an easy part to play.
Well, he's physically bringing the gravity, too, because he falls a lot.
He sure does.
He proves Isaac Newton correct.
Yeah, this was my top 10 for like a lot of the year. And then ultimately I had to come down to like what I did with Spider-Man. Was like, it's all set up. It's the first half of a larger story. So I was like, I'll make room for other things on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I contemplated it as well. The problem for me was I feel like it's a little too long, and it's not as good as Fallout was.
And it's definitely not good as I don't know, I'm trying to think of a movie you said earlier that I didn't like, but it's not as good as that for sure.
I refused to go see it on the grounds that it didn't have Henry Cavill with a mustache on it. No, I just don't get to see it.
No. Awesome movie. Corinne. Nope, Brad, number 4.
Yeah, my number 4 is a repeat. It is Barbie.
Nice. I got it. Finally, I've got one.
Obviously just a surprise, fun, like a movie that has like an actual, it's not just like a Barbie commercial. It actually has something to say about humanity to it. And yeah, it's really funny. It's really creative, really surreal. Just a ton of fun. And, I'm sure we'll talk about it more later.
Nice. Corinne, number 3.
My number 3 is so good that it made me want to wish on a star.
I am Puss in Boots. Holy frijoles. Hey, Giant! You want to see something cool? Gracias, the legend will never die!
Puss in Boots. You died.
I have 9 lives.
And how many times have you died already?
No. Puss in Boots doesn't need a spotter. Watch. Watch. lands on his feet. Watch!
You are down to your last life. Mama Luna's always on the lookout for a new lap cat.
I am no lap cat. I am Puss in Boots.
Not anymore.
Meow.
Meet Pickles!
Oh
no. This is a person party, Pickles. That's your party.
So this is where dignity goes to die.
Living my vida loca.
You don't look like a Pickles.
Well, you don't look like a cat.
Full disclosure, I'm a therapy duck. Want to rub my belly?
Hard buzz.
Oh.
They found me.
Goldilocks and the Three Bears Crying family.
Make her talk.
Excuse me, my darling. We're looking for the legendary Puss in Boots. Have you perhaps seen him?
What's a Puss in Boots?
He is me.
Oh.
Normally, I have a sword. It's like a whole thing, you know?
Okay.
Get that cat. Dead or alive will be just right.
Bounty hunters. Kitty soft paws, I need your help.
Whenever I team up with you, things go wrong. Cool! Another member of the team. I'm Puss's therapy dog.
Definitely not.
Finally, you need therapy. Oh, I have got to learn how to do that.
Lives flashing before your eyes.
Pray for mercy from Puss in Boots.
Espresso.
I don't trust you.
Trust me.
You gotta trust him. Look at those eyes.
You call that cute?
And with the paws. Am I doing it? Stop. You're gonna give yourself a hernia.
My number 3 is Puss in Boots.
Did you say
the
boo
last
or booers?
This movie is amazing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was pretty good for 2022.
It came out on Christmas, Ryan, and nobody had it on their list last year.
What year did it come out? I can't remember. Refresh my memory. What Christmas did it come out on?
Yeah, I don't give a shit, okay? Nobody had this on their list last year.
So we do this thing, too, for people listening at home that I mentioned, that we pick where this film's going to end up on their list. I have some random animated film for Corinne, and I'm counting it.
Sure.
Very fair.
It's on my 2023 list, Corinne.
Okay, see? There you go.
Brad, don't be a nice guy. She cheated.
It's not a cheat.
You can't be a
I
nice
saw
guy,
this.
otherwise he'd be
I
number
saw this
7.
movie like 4 times in the theater this year.
Okay, cool. Came out in 2022. Anyways,
I don't care.
Why is it on your list, Corinne?
Oh man, it's
No one cares.
Oh, Corinne, tell us why you like it.
I mean, was I the only one who saw it?
I saw
I
it.
haven't seen it, but it looks fun.
I saw it.
Yeah. It's amazing. This is a sequel to Puss in Boots. Like, who would have thought?
It's amazing compared to the Shrek universe, yes.
The animation is just gorgeous. Going back and looking at like Shrek 2 animation versus
Crap.
this is insane. It's like, I'm fine if DreamWorks wants to keep this animation style for the rest of their stuff, because this is gorgeous. The voice cast is phenomenal. The story is that, Puss, he dies in the opening sequence, and he, because cats have 9 lives, now he's down to his last life, and he has to confront death and go on a final adventure and, run into some old friends and make new ones along the way. Yeah, it's just a really great fairy tale movie with a lot of fun, good humor, a lot of drama. The action in this is insane. Both the fight at the beginning and the fight at the end are so well done. I rewatched this last night while I was working, and I had to make sure I waited until that confrontation with the wolf was over before I started working, because I was like, the fight with the giant and the fight against the wolf are both so good, I cannot be distracted. And then, of course, I had to make sure I was done with work by the time they're at the Wishing Star and the wolf comes back in again and Jack Horner does all of his bullshit. Which, yeah, John Mulaney as Jack Horner. He does a great job. Just a fantastic movie. I had really a lot of fun with it in the winter because this was in theaters for, I think, like 3 or 4 months. So I saw it several times. I made Jerry go see it with me because this was when Creed 3 was in theaters. And he's like, let's go see Creed 3. And I was like, no. You're going to come with me to see Puss in Boots. And he's like, fine. And then we came out of it, and he's like, yeah, that wasn't very good. And I'm like, what are you talking about, Jerry? And then later he's like, okay, yeah, I changed my mind. It's actually really good. And then in the summer, my city where I live, they did like a movie in the park night with this movie, and they also had a Spanish dance troupe with it.
Did they have the weird statues there, too?
What? No, I was talking about Golden.
I don't know. It's in Wichita. I don't know.
No.
Weird-ass statues in the middle of the sidewalk.
That's Wichita. That's where I'm from. That's not where I live,
Statue capital of the world.
But, no, that was a lot of fun to watch this in the park with everybody. Yeah. So it meant a lot to me this year, and I think Brad's done this before, but I'll say it for myself, is that any of my top 3 could have been my number 1. But because I knew you guys would bitch at me if I made this number 1, this was just my number 3. So, yeah, Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, eat your heart out, Disney.
I also like how it's a story of a guy getting his ego checked and then learning that the limitations on life are what make life special.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It was. That's a great message in 2022. I do think that.
We need more movies like it.
Number 3.
My number 3 is pretty explosive.
This is a national emergency.
Detonator charged.
We're in a race against the Nazis. And I know what it means. If the Nazis have a bomb.
We have a 12-month head start.
18.
How could you possibly know that?
We've got one hope. All America's industrial might and scientific innovation connected here. A secret laboratory. Keep everyone there until it's done.
Let's go recruit some scientists.
Build a town, build it fast. If we don't let scientists bring their families, we'll never get the best.
Why would we go to the middle of nowhere for who knows how long?
Why? Why? How about because this is the most important thing to ever happen in the history of the world?
You're the great improviser, but this you can't do in your head.
Are we saying there's a chance that when we push that button, we destroy the world?
Chances are near zero.
Near zero.
What do you want from theory alone?
0 would be nice.
This is a matter of life and death. But I can perform this miracle.
World War II would be over. Our boys would come home.
That's happening, isn't it?
The world will remember this day. Our work here will ensure a peace mankind has never seen. Until somebody builds a bigger one.
You are the man who gave them the power to destroy themselves. And the world is not prepared.
3. Truman needs to know what's next.
2.
What's next?
1.
Yeah, my number 3 is Oppenheimer. This was my number 1 for a good chunk of the year until my reevaluating in my head, like which really got to me more. I ended up switching around my number 2 and number 1, and then another thing completely overtook those. But I am so delighted that a 3-hour biopic made nearly $1 billion at the box office. It's just a lovely victory to watch Christopher Nolan lap up and soak in. It's worth the 3 hours you put in to watching it in a movie theater. I think I was one of the few people on the episode that, like, one of the only people that, like, felt the big screen was justified for it. It is a larger than life story to me. The idea of what he has created and following his life, it lent itself to the big screen based on how he shot it, how he executed, the perspectives he wanted to tell, creating black and white IMAX film for it, and it looks fucking gorgeous throughout. There's a lot of things to love about this film. I think the thing that I loved the most was watching 2 things. One specifically is Cillian Murphy's performance and getting such a nice centerpiece to focus on him after so many years of being the reliable side character for Nolan. And this is the best Robert Downey Jr. performance I've seen in years. That's not discounting Iron Man. It's just he started it in 2008. He's been going on since. This was the best one for me in a lot of years. And watching him play around with Lewis Strauss as a character was very, very fascinating. I do think that this film suffers from not having a perspective outside of these white guys, and that is a shame. But I also understand that the story he was trying to tell and the perspective he was trying to tell it with wasn't strictly focused in that arena. But I do wish we had dealt with that a little bit more as a consequence, and how Oppenheimer himself would have seen it. But overall, it's a pretty damn solid biopic. That and those are not always easy to achieve. It takes a lot to get those right. So yeah, number 3, Oppenheimer, fantastic film.
Yep, I think Robert Downey Jr. should win the Oscar for this one.
It's either him or Ryan Gosling. I don't care. I'll be happy either way.
My number 3 is a third part of a film series.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm Star-Lord. I formed the Guardians. Met a girl, fell in love. That girl died, but then she came back. Came back a total dick.
Oh, please. You left out some important information, but that is the gist of it.
My sacred mission is to create the perfect society.
He didn't want to make things perfect. He just hated things the way they are.
I want you all to know that I'm grateful to fight beside my friends.
Incinerate them.
We were always searching for a family until we found each other.
Are you ready for one last ride?
We'll all fly away together.
Into the forever and beautiful sky.
Whoever it was that you were in love with, it sounds more like her.
Her? That's ridiculous.
Do not bring me into this.
Knock it off!
What? Just never noticed how black your eyes were.
They were replaced by my father as a method of torture.
He picked a pretty set.
My number 3 and Brad's number 3 is Guardians of the Galaxy
Volume 3, which I actually think is the best Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Because I think it's a great culmination of everything that's come before, and it allows not necessarily the leader of the Guardians, Star-Lord, it gives the secondary characters opportunities to be or have their story told. And Rocket's story just, tugged the heartstrings on me. And the High Evolutionary villain as a villain is very fascinating. And his willingness to kill billions of people in search for perfection is, I think, a terrifying prospect for a villain. And the movie's just cool. I mean, it looks great. The acting in it's great. The soundtrack is awesome. Yeah, I love this movie. I love this movie, I guess is a better way to say it.
Yeah, it's tricky to make a successful third movie. Mm-hmm. And this one stuck the landing. Like you said, gives characters who aren't Star-Lord a chance to tell their story and make an impact. And High Evolutionary is a just bonkers, fun villain to watch. The Rocket story is just so tragic. Really gets to you. And it's they set up the movie thinking you're going to go in and watch all your favorite characters get wasted, and that's not the case. It's a pretty good send off and lead into the next iteration of whatever that Guardians troop is going to be.
Yeah, because it's cool because it's one of those things. That's why I love Spider-Man: No Way Home. Besides Spider-Man being in it, it's an origin story for Spider-Man. But at the end, he's who Spider-Man is. And in Volume 3, the Guardians go their separate ways. And it might be the end of the Guardians as we know them. But it's not the end of their story. Mm-hmm. And I love that we can come back in and see where we're at. And it makes you think, too, the film as it plays out of what's important to us and what we've missed in life. Mm-hmm. And it's just wonderfully done. It's, like I said, it's one of my favorite movies of the year. It's my favorite Guardians movie. And I think as a whole, the trilogy is really great.
I only had one issue with it, which is I didn't like them really thinking that we were going to kill Star-Lord. I was like, I don't think you have the balls to do that. Don't even bother showing it. But apart from that, yeah, it's a fantastic Marvel film.
It's also one of those movies that was like a huge hit, but you forgot about it.
Yeah.
Because it came out in February.
No, it came out in May.
No?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
May 5th, I think.
The one this year? Yeah, it came out in May.
Fine.
Ant-Man Quantumania came out in February.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, this movie came out in May, but thing was so overshadowed as the summer went on, and because Barbenheimer just overtook everything, that you forget that earlier in the year there was also great films, too.
Well, if I remember right, I think the opening weekend it didn't do that well. Like, it underperformed, at least by Marvel standards. But then it gained ground over, I think May was pretty dry up until, like, maybe...
That's pretty much how
like
what
at
happened.
the end of the month. And then June, it was just like a whole slog of movies came in.
Yeah, but, to me, though, the box office is whatever. Did you tell a compelling story, and is the movie good? That's what I care about. And I think Guardians this year, for all the Marvel stuff that came out, was the most successful at telling the story that it needed to tell.
Yeah.
It was also the most financially successful superhero movie of the year, and I think one of only two that actually turned a profit.
Because it's easily the best superhero movie of the year, and I enjoyed Quantumania.
Spider-Man Across the Universe?
Across the Spider-Verse made money.
The Marvels, like, they're fun movies, but they didn't
have the emotional impact. Yeah,
they didn't reach the level of this one, in my opinion.
Well, we'll never know about the Marvels because they butchered her movie. So,
are we getting a steelbook for that?
I was seeing that Walmart's starting to get the steelbooks.
Yeah.
What movie's coming out that's a steelbook exclusive there? I forget, but it's some movie. I can't remember off the top of my head. Corinne, number 2.
My number 2 is a repeat. My number 2 is Barbie.
Nice.
Yeah, not my number 1. We'll get to it. I'm really sad we didn't get to talk about this on the podcast. Like, we didn't have a dedicated episode for it. Because I just had an absolute blast with this movie. I saw it 4 times in the theaters with 3 different friends, like one each time, you know. I went to a special early screening of it with my friend Krista. That's where we got these little I Heart Barbie pins at. And, oh my gosh, everybody was dressed up in costumes. Everybody was laughing and hanging out. It was a great time. And I remember we left the theater and we saw some other gals who had been at the preview. And I just waved to them across the street and I was like, "Hi, Barbie." "Hi, Barbie." Just like such great feminine energy that came out of this movie, and seeing everyone dressed up at the theater and just like kind of going back and reminiscing on their childhoods and like all the Barbie things that they had growing up. And of course, I'm the oldest of 3 girls, so we had a ton of Barbies in our house. I think I had a Barbie car at one point, like one of those like drivable ones. We had a Barbie dream house. We had everything. Yeah, a lot of fun memories came back when I watched this movie, especially like the part where they're trying to put her in the box and just seeing like those little plastic tabs, the twist ties.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, childhood memory unlocked. I rewatched this the other night, and the first 20 minutes, I'd say, are perfect. Some of the best filmmaking I've ever seen. It does take a bit of a dip for me when they go to the real world, and especially with Will Ferrell's character. Even when I saw it in the theater, I could tell, like, you know, instant downgrade. And it's not like I hate Will Ferrell, but I don't know, just something about, maybe it was just like the Mattel thing and just being like too tongue-in-cheek with it, too cutesy. And I'm like, you guys are a multi-billion-dollar corporation. You don't have to, like, we had a perfect movie, and then it's like, oh, we got to sideline it for this bullshit. I don't know. It just, like, maybe it took too long or it took away from the focus too much, but I mean, it does come back at the end. The whole thing with, like, Ken bringing the patriarchy to Barbie Land. And like Zach was saying earlier, the line about, you know, once I found out the patriarchy wasn't about horses, I lost interest. And I'm
Horses
like,
are just men extenders.
I love both the Godfather joke and the Snyderverse jokes in there. Oh, man. Yeah, just like the whole Ken thinking about the patriarchy like that. I'm like, it's such a like 10-year-old girl way to think about the patriarchy as well. It's like he is, after all, a girl's toy, so it's like, it makes sense. Yeah.
He's just Ken.
Well,
he's not a girl's toy.
Well, he is.
Anywhere else he'd be a 10.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love the musical number. It's just like, yeah. In any other movie, if that was not a musical, it's like, we're going to take 3 minutes and we're just going to let this we're going to let this character have like a power ballad moment.
We're going to throw him into a Gene Kelly, like, vague aesthetic, like, seeing in black shirts.
Yeah, it's like no other movie could probably have walked me into that and paid it off the way that this movie does.
Yeah.
They better do that at the Oscars.
Oh my gosh, they better. Yeah, I really wanted to talk about this movie a lot with you guys, but I'll have to settle for Filmsplosion. But anyway, my number 2, Barbie.
Zach, number 2.
My number 2 is also Barbie.
Tag team.
This, I knew I was going to have fun with the film. The trailer had sold me. I like Greta Gerwig. Ryan Gosling as Ken. It already sounded like a funny proposition. But then
Sublime.
But then a couple of things happened throughout the film that just like really struck me. And we had just come out of Oppenheimer, by the way. We did the right thing where we started with Oppenheimer and then we ended the night positively with Barbie.
Oh my God, brag much?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention that when I think it might have been the second time I went and saw Barbie, but Oppenheimer was playing in the theater next door.
Yeah, you did mention that. Yeah.
And I think at one point, I think it was during Gloria's monologue, you could hear the bomb going off in the other theater.
Yeah. You mentioned the monologue. I'll just like lead with that. I love film. I love going to the movie theaters. I like embracing cinema in this communal environment. I have never been in a movie theater in my life and heard any crowd applaud a monologue, a fucking monologue. Because, like, the closest I would get to that experience is On Your Left in Endgame when all the Marvel heroes show up. For me, Gloria's monologue is a more powerful applause moment because it is so unexpected. Like, Avengers is sort of set up to give you that applause moment. It's the culmination of so much. This is just a revelation through a film that is about fucking Barbie when you get right down to it. And I love that this
is about fucking Barbie?
No.
I thought the same thing, Ryan.
That's another film out there somewhere. Wow. It is like
wrong theater.
Yeah. I told you just to look at the listings, Ryan. Look at the listings.
Zach, I know the song says "Undress Her Everywhere," but please do not.
No. The movie is allowed to be as offbeat and ill-guided in the way you would do a toy movie as possible, and I love that this film was allowed to be the thing it needed to be to succeed. Margot Robbie is fantastic in this film. I think everybody has been like talking either Gloria's monologue, Ryan Gosling's performance. I really think a good chunk of, I mean, not even a good chunk, like we need to also acknowledge like Margot Robbie, without her performance nailing Barbie, like all these side performances don't work.
And I mean, she goes on such a tremendous arc of just, she starts out, perfect.
You know Barbie, did you?
This perfect doll, and then by the end of the movie, she's human.
Yeah, and I think that, and having Rhea Perlman playing the founder of Mattel or the founder of Barbie, and also acknowledging the fact that like now she was into some shady shit with the IRS. That whole little bit, like, it works very well. The idea of Barbie meeting God is like a fucking fantastical notion in a PG-13 movie set at the summer. And I will say I push back on one of your notes. I like the Mattel bit. Not because I approve of them giving the corporate overlords of Mattel a seat at the table. I appreciate the way they just treated them like a bunch of silly assholes, with Will Ferrell giving probably one of the best performances he's given in a movie in a while, in terms of just being there to support the story without intruding too much. It's kind of like Marshall Will and Holly and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. His role in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back reminds me of this, where he's there to be funny, he's there to be intrusive and be the get after them, but he subverts it as like, I'm not like out to take over the world. I'm just here to make sure we keep the Barbie world stable, like in some form or fashion.
Like, shame on you, executive number 2. I got into this business to protect little girls and their dreams in the least creepy way possible.
Yeah. And just the way he's playing with drumsticks in the opening scene he said, it's really funny. But yeah, and I think that the musical sequences, the set design, the production design, it's just a solid film. And I rewatched it recently, and I love how there's jokes that were hidden in there that I didn't notice the first time because it was such a raucous event when I saw it. But my favorite new Discovery joke is Alan going like, nobody's going to care if Alan disappears. You know all those guys from NSYNC that went out there? All Alan. Yeah, even him. I got a good chuckle out of that. And that's another thing. Giving Michael Cera side characters like this and him just having fun and soaking in the energy, all in favor of that. So,
also, that Pride and Prejudice joke, my theater howled when that happened.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like Greta Gerwig's films, like I loved Lady Bird and Little Women, but they didn't speak to me strictly or directly. And Barbie didn't speak to me strictly because of the way it spoke about the patriarchy and men's mental health. It's the whole message in general. It's the way feminism operates and the way that Gloria's monologue really like nails down. I'm not going to say it's perfect. I don't even know if it's perfect. I have to learn from other perspectives if there are any issues with this film from a feminist point of view. But that monologue is so fucking powerful because it just like knocks down the list and gives America Ferrera this solid moment. Like in another world where there wasn't such buzz around everything else in the cinematic universe, I would be putting her up for supporting actress because she is just that solid. So, yeah, Barbie, number 2, fantastic.
Yeah. Even though Oppenheimer was not on my list, I really appreciated Barbenheimer for bringing so many people into the cinema. I have never seen the theater that packed, at least not since Endgame.
Yeah.
And everybody was like in costumes and everybody was having a great time. So, well, maybe not the people in Oppenheimer, but that's just because of the subject matter, not because it's a bad movie. So, kicking it over to you, Ryan.
My second favorite film of the year is one. When I saw the trailer, I really, really wanted to see this movie, and it's right up my alley in the humor department, and it's brilliant.
Could the ugly, untalented gays please report to the principal's office?
Guess that's you guys.
Tonight is our night. We're getting the cooch. I'm gonna talk to Brittany. You could say hi to Isabel. What would I say? Hey, girl, how's your boyfriend? How's his penis?
I'm gonna expel you both for committing a crime against Jeff. Get out of the car.
You can't tell me what to do!
Get out of the freaking car!
We were just practicing for a self-defense club.
So it's like a fight club?
Yes.
Just stay in your lane until you're munching beaver at Wesleyan.
Yes, sir.
What's your plan here?
Jeff is psychotic, and they're picking on the weak and defenseless.
So, we teach a bunch of girls how to defend themselves.
They are grateful to us.
Adrenaline is flowing. Next thing you know, Isabel and Brittany are kissing us on the mouth. You can be our club advisor.
You know, my mom did say I need to pick up a hobby.
Welcome to our fucking fight club.
Let's get it popping in this motherfucker.
I want that trophy.
To have a safe space like this, it means a lot to people. I'm gonna finally reverse stalk my stalker.
Yeah! I'll be able to kill my stepdad.
Awesome.
Okay.
It seems so supportive of women, especially the hot ones.
Men need therapy.
Are you cheating on me?
No!
I literally saw you yesterday.
So nerd, I fucked your mom!
We are literally at the bottom. We have nowhere to go but up.
Your club is over.
They deserve a shot at showing everybody how fucking cool they are. Let's go fuck up some football players.
I want that trophy.
You created a fight club to get some coochie. You don't even know how to work that thing. I know y'all ain't tickling the pearl.
I just don't know if you're supposed to be talking to us like that, just like as a teacher.
Mine and Brad's number 2 is Bottoms.
Yeah.
Which is probably the movie. It definitely is the movie I laughed the most at this year. Because like the trailer paints it as this high school comedy, which it is, but there's also this really great subversive humor throughout the film. The football players always wear their shoulder pads. They say in the trailer, like, I fucked your mom, nerd, and he really does. And she finds out, and he comes out wearing a jock strap and his shoulder pads.
They keep one of the football players in a cage in the back of the room.
Yeah. They're randomly, when the girls are on the bleachers, the football players are just doing these random moves in the background. It's really silly.
The mascot has a huge dong.
Yeah. I didn't expect it to be like that silly.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, like Naked Gun basketball silly.
Yeah. But it has a great message about who you are at that particular moment in your life and how you can grow as a person. But it's wrapped around this, you're right, this Naked Gun basketball kind of setup where they keep on talking about the big game at the end of the year, and it's literally them trying to kill each other while they're playing football.
There's like this, I don't know, like 90-year-old rivalry they keep referring to. It's them murdering the other team.
Yeah, it's literally them murdering the other team. And the two leads are amazing in it. This is a film that I keep my fingers crossed that there's going to be a Blu-ray and it can find a bigger audience, because it kind of got lost in the shuffle, and it's freaking brilliant. I saw it twice in theaters.
Yeah, I think I got 4 times.
Because when you watch it the first time, you miss some of the jokes, and you go back and there's little clever lines that you've missed and little winks and stuff in the background.
No Blu-ray for it at all?
No.
Shit.
So I hope Shout Select, listen to me, release it.
Yep.
So yeah, my number 2 is Bottoms, and so is Brad.
It's probably my number 1 movie of the year, really, objectively. But given this other movie came out this year, it had to be my number 1. But
originally, your number 1 was going to be my number 10, but I didn't want to do that to you.
Wow, make me feel bad.
Yeah, I hope.
I do. I feel bad.
You shouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, Bottoms. It's a ton of fun.
Yep.
I would go see it in theaters more times if I could.
Totally.
It's such a blast.
You can't go wrong.
So, question, Ryan.
Yep.
Brad, would I like this movie?
No.
The humor's too gross for you.
Okay, fair.
I mean, I think it's really great, and Brad thinks it's really great. But you know what's funny is I told my mom to go see it. My mom loved it. So
it's true.
They at the Alamo for the second week, they're showing some anime before it. It's I don't know, like a little like short film. And my mom, when she got back, said, "First, I didn't know what you were sending me to, but Bottoms was hilarious," which was funny because that's a weird thing to tell my mom to go see this movie, but I think it's funny enough and it's weird enough that I mean I liked it. I mean I would say try it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say not try it.
I'm trying to think of like another modern comedy, like because we keep saying like really old stuff.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
like,
Superbad is
probably Superbad is the closest because I think even on the episode we just said it's like Clerks and Superbad, but for gay women.
Yeah, it's a little sillier than like Superbad. But it has the same vibe where it's two friends that like love each other and have great chemistry and they're funny with one another.
Nice.
Corinne, number 1.
My number 1, well, I mean, it probably would have been Barbie, but the fact that this movie just exists, it automatically gets number 1. Kind of like Ryan with you and any Spider-Man movie, it has to be your number 1. So this had to be my number 1. So here it is.
Mahito.
So, you made it.
Mother!
Have a seat.
It's this way, Mahito.
A lot of strange things happen in this place.
Please join us.
I just hope he stays safe.
Save me.
Save me, Mahito!
What exactly are you?
Your mother. She's awaiting your rescue. I'll be your guide.
What is this place? This world is filled with the dead.
I know it's a lie, but I have to see. I'm looking for someone.
Let's go.
We must protect this world ourselves.
Go back! Now!
You and I aren't friends or allies, kid.
Don't let go, no matter what. Ready?
You see this world? There's more work to be done.
A gray heron once told me that all gray herons are liars. So is that the truth or a lie?
A lie.
Truth.
That would have to be a lie, too.
Miyazaki's been working on this movie for 7 or 8 years. It's been in production since July 2016, I think.
Work. We are slaves.
Seriously, like the fact that it took them this long to make the film and they were hand drawing it. It took them, like 3.5 years to do like a third of the movie. I forget what I read about it, but it's insane the amount of work that they put into this movie. And some of it is autobiographical. I think it's his most autobiographical story yet. And it's challenging. It's not straightforward the way a lot of his others are, because I think that he realizes his audience has grown up. And he doesn't necessarily need to make films for children or for young people. And, I mean, he's old enough now, he's like, I'm just going to make a movie for me. And if the people like it, great, and if not, also great. But at least in Japan, this was really well received, and it was number one at the box office domestically when it came out. Probably because there wasn't anything else going on that week, but yeah, it's just a really challenging film. It warrants repeat viewings. It's the story of a boy whose mother dies in World War II in Japan, and he goes to live with his, yeah, that's really weird, his aunt, who is also now his stepmom, and he encounters this weird kind of family secret with this tower, which he finds out is kind of like a portal to another world. And it does have like a lot of those classic Miyazaki elements, fantastical elements, and there are, I think, a few things that he throws in there of like, this is a direct reference to another film I've made, but maybe I'm also just projecting, but just...
What are the little white things that are pouring out of the...
The Wada Wada? That's what they're called.
What's a Wada Wada? I want to know.
They are... Well, they're just kind of like the cutesy things of the movie. They're not in it that much.
What's their purpose?
They're supposed to be the souls of the children who haven't been born yet.
So they're sperm?
No.
I mean, they kind of look like it. I get it.
Sure.
I get the symbolism. I'm on to you, Miyazaki.
Okay. No, I think they're just kind of like...
Just one more film and you can replicate his success formula.
And his next film is going to be these little like pink like circles running around, and then they meet the Wada Wadas, and those are the Ega Egas.
Well, you know how they have the soot sprites in Spirited Away? It's a similar thing here. They're in it very briefly. And the English voice cast is amazing. Zach and I were talking during the trailer of Robert Pattinson, who is the Blue Heron. You would never know it was him. Just the fact that he does great work on this. But I think Florence Pugh, like, her performance is really underrated, because there are a couple of lines where I can tell it's her, but for the most part, I had no idea. And I think she plays both the older version and the younger version of her character, so props to her for that.
Can you tell us why Miyazaki hates birds so much?
He really does hate birds in this movie. This is like that The Suicide Squad movie where everybody was like, why do you hate birds so much, guy? And then same thing in this movie, yeah. There's like 3 different types of birds, and you kind of hate all of them at one point in the film. I don't know. I really hate parakeets and pelicans now, I can tell you that.
He and Wes Anderson should team up about a film about 2 kids who fight birds and dogs.
But just given that it's set during World War II and
it's
made by a filmmaker who is older and who might not be around for a super long time, just the idea of legacy and building a world that you want to leave behind, it feels very poignant. And I'm not saying it's perfect, but at least that last bit always gets me of, you know, just the decision that gets made at the very end of the film of how this world will or will not continue. And you feel really emotional about it, or at least I did. So, yeah,
Did
my
you feel
number
emotional
1.
about it, Brad?
What?
No.
It's just, I'm just listening to how you would describe it and how Brad described it, because on an episode Brad talked about it, and it's a lot different.
I missed that. But
Yep.
admittedly, I don't know what's going on for a good chunk of the film, but that's okay. I'm just along for the ride. Like, this is a guy who's earned a movie like this. It's like you've built up enough goodwill that you just get to tell me your story, and I just get to listen and watch. So yeah, my number 1, The Boy and the Heron.
You've earned a free pass to make whatever nonsense you want.
I mean,
And
seriously.
I will.
They could have put out a movie with paint drying, and I would have bought a ticket to it, so.
I just imagine Hayao Miyazaki, but with his voice coming through, your voice coming through his mouth.
A side note, the Japanese title is How Do You Live, or How Will You Live, or something like that. So, it's, yeah, I don't know why they chose a different English title.
Live without you. I want to know.
Zach, number 1.
All right, my number 1 is the second Larry Fessenden movie on my list, and I'm obligated to say this by the rules of film Twitter. It is Cinema.
You know, you got nice color skin. What color would you say that is?
My color.
The Osage. They have the worst land possible. But they outsmarted everybody. The land had oil on it. Black gold. Money flows freely here now.
I do love that money, sir.
This wealth should come to us. Their time is over. It's going to be another tragedy.
When this money started coming, we should have known it came with something else. They're like buzzards circling our people. We're still warriors.
I ought to kill these white men who killed my family. I need you here.
I am right here. You've got to take back control of your home.
I was sent down from Washington, D.C. to see about these murders.
See, what about them?
See who's doing it.
Expecting a miracle to make all this go away. You know they don't happen anymore.
Yeah, my number one is Killers of the Flower Moon. I know that I love Martin Scorsese, but this wasn't guaranteed to be my number one. In fact, it wasn't for a minute. It was about like number 3, number 4, or something like that. But there are several reasons why, in spite of issues that I have with the film, that it went this high. A lot of which were brought up during our review of it. I think the big one is the notion of being able to have this 3.5-hour canvas to tell a Western story under these specific circumstances in a way that most cis white male directors cannot do properly, or they tried admirably but just don't work well in retrospect. Like I think I said it on the episode, but I think that this is a far better film than, say, Dances with Wolves or Last of the Mohicans in terms of trying to tell a native story through a white person's lens. Now, that being said, it's still got its issues. It still lacks a lot of performance time from Lily Gladstone, but each moment she's in the film, she is justifying that Best Actress Oscar she's going to get in the couple months. I think that the way they have unfolded this crime story was incredibly detailed and incredibly enticing and engaging for me. I appreciated every performance all around. I think this is the scariest Robert De Niro's been in a movie in a long-ass time. He is unsettling. It is unnerving. He does a lot to lull you in places without you fully realizing it. And I think that this ensemble cast is handled very well, from the smallest performance by like Brendan Fraser up on to Leo's performance is fantastic. But I think the reason this sticks with me and why it shot up to number one ultimately is obviously from aesthetic reasons. That final scene in the radio station appeals to me. I think what spoke to me even more is something I said in the review, which is, at the end of the day, the story of the Osage murders were relegated to bite-sized content on a radio program or in a movie like The FBI Story with James Stewart. This was not acknowledged in any way, shape, or form. And unfortunately, we live in a world where Oklahoma still refuses to tell this fucking story. And it's kind of irresponsible for any form of government program like a school to not educate its children about its history, good and bad. Thankfully, cinema is around to give you something, and then you can go and research it on your own.
I will say I was at Barnes & Noble a couple weeks ago, and this book was in the children's section.
Good.
And I go, whoa.
Good.
All right.
Good. Yep. Do that. Yeah, it needs to happen because this movie shouldn't have a tag like that where it's like, oh, and everybody knew about the story. Everybody should have known about this, and stuff should have changed. I understand why you did not like Martin Scorsese saying what he says at the end of the movie. I looked at it from a director's point of view of like it's the director taking responsibility for in a weird way an entire culture who relegated this story to a tabloid or a fun fact trivia, and it's just very, very devastating by the end of it. But it is an incredibly immense saga. I know it's long, I know it's bloated, and yes, maybe that budget could have been lower, but I don't think I would change anything about the film. The film came out the way it needed to, regardless of whose perspective it's coming from. So, yeah, number one.
Yeah, I don't mind the length as long as the story they're telling is interesting. And it is.
Yeah.
That moment just took me out of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I just, to me, it's, you look at it as one way. I look at it as I'm putting myself in the movie to deliver this important part when he should have just had an actor do it.
And I completely, like, you should have had Larry Fessenden do it,
yeah,
realistically.
Exactly.
But, like, or Jack, I was like, Jack White's in it? Yeah. But, like, that's the way I look at it as a Scorsese fan. I understand why it's technically self-serving and doesn't work and it can take you out of the film. But thankfully, it's right before the movie goes to credits, so didn't squander it all. But, yeah, number one, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I have to go, guys.
Okay.
I love you all.
Yep. No worries.
Bye.
My number one, Brad, you didn't have the trailer up there for Aquaman? The fuck, man?
Did you give me an old list?
Oh, dude, I did. I sent it before I saw Aquaman.
Oh, man, guy.
My number one, obviously, is Spider-Man. I push back on a little bit of it's the middle part. I actually do think it tells a complete story, but people are looking at the wrong story. I think it tells Gwen Stacy's story and about her struggles with relating to her father and what she's going through. And I personally, because I love the Spider-Gwen character, as she has, what's really cool about this film is that character spun out of a offshoot comic, Edge of the Spider-Verse, and now she stars in her own series, and she's recognizable all over the world, and she's just a cool character, and it grows so much from the Gwen Stacy that I love, which is in Peter Parker proper, and this makes her have such a different story, and I love that the opening 20 minutes is her, and it's her dealing with the fallout with her father and the conflicting stories they have. And it's so beautifully animated when she comes back towards the end of the film and is talking to her father, and it's all watercolors in the background, and as she's telling the story to her dad, it starts coming back together. There's something to be said about the artistry in it. And Miles' journey is fascinating too. You know, there's the interesting to make Miguel O'Hara the villain because of a tragedy that he endured. And there is that moment where he's chasing him and they're on the train, and it like the music and the animation and the performances, you get so wrapped up in them. And Miles basically telling him that I don't have to accept letting my father die, I think is really important, because that's who Spider-Man is. There's no way Spider-Man's going to sit on the sidelines and let it happen. And I think that's where Miguel O'Hara lost his way. Like, if I love the movie, and I don't like picking apart movies that I love. If I had one complaint, it would be that is I don't imagine Peter Parker going along with this plan to stop Miles. That's my only like quibble, but that's just because I'm a Peter Parker purist. And it's just like in the comics when he made a deal with the devil to save Aunt May. It just seems too convenient for him as a character, and I'm like, it doesn't stick with me. And more so because it's Miles' story. So the movie is incredible, and I can't wait for the next one to come out. And they keep on saying this year, but I don't think it's going to. So maybe in December. But yeah, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It's a beautiful movie. I rewatched it like twice this week. And they made the Spot scary in it, which he's a joke. He's literally in the Legion of Losers in the Spider-Man comics. So, good on them. Brad, number one. I'll never guess.
Yeah, my number one is the animated masterpiece of the year.
Stay still. Stay still.
No. Oh. Let's try that again, but with ninja stars.
Hey, why did we pick a fruit shaped exactly like my head?
Just stop talking. You're ruining my concentration.
You're fine. Chill. He's gonna die.
Wait, did you hear that? What was that? Well, nothing we can do. You guys want to grab pizza?
Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
What the heck are those things? They look like little Shreks to me.
Oh, we've prepared our whole lives for this. Can I kick it?
Oh my, I'm gonna be sick.
Leo, what happened? Is Donnie bleeding?
It was an accident. Mikey, watch out!
So, you were baby turtles who made contact with mystery goo.
Well, we prefer the term ooze, but yeah.
It's like more like, it's just nicer.
It rolls off the tongue better, yeah.
Ooze. It's nice, right? It's ooze.
So yeah, shocking no one. My number one is Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
Spider-Man.
Exactly. Like I said, Bottom's probably objectively my favorite movie of the year.
Well, it's the movie you saw most in the theater this year,
Definitely
right?
the movie I saw the most.
How many times? 5?
8.
But it's always hard coming from someone who loves Spider-Man. Like, I think Spider-Man is the best movie of the year, but also when we did, 2014 and Amazing Spider-Man 2 was the best movie of the year. Is it? I mean, no. But it's hard to look at it,
Yeah, like I really just put this here because it just felt like spiritually it has to be there. But it's still a great movie. The animation is in a year where we're getting just tons of great animation. You've got this 35-year-old franchise that has had dozens of animation iterations to it. They still found a way to make a different version that's fun and fresh and has clearly connected with a new generation of Turtle fans like your son.
Yeah, my boy loved the movie because we went to the premiere of it at the Alamo.
Yep.
And he was just so excited to see it. And it was one of those ones because every once in a while Kellen tells me he sees trailers and he wants to see a movie. And this is the one he was like counting down. He said, he'd say, "Daddy, next week we get to see Ninja Turtles, right?" And I said, he's even calling them Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, it's cool that they went with this style. It's they embrace the teenage aspect, and the art style reflects that it's like teenagers drawing inside their textbooks, like scribbles, like Shazam. At the end of Shazam, all the drawings of the superheroes, they kind of turn that into this, and it's interesting to like. See people like, oh, I don't want to watch it because it looks gross and stuff. And there's some Turtle fans who are put off by like some of the reimaginings. And it's like, you're not really a Ninja Turtles fan unless you understand that like Eastman and Laird since the beginning have been about reimagining these characters.
I'm totally down. Because you can't. in this kind of world, you can't look at it that way because, I mean, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. How many different iterations are there of Spider-Man? Get the core of the characters right, then everything else will take care of itself, and I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, and the core of the characters, like, they do deviate a lot from, like, you know, Bebop and Rocksteady. Like, they're kind of henchmen, but by the end they're friends with the Turtles and all those villains. Like, Scumbug was an exterminator mutant guy as an action figure, and now he's like Splinter's girlfriend. So they're really swung for the fences on some things, but I think it's all in good fun. I think cool. It's just like a cool new interpretation.
But as a huge fan, it has to be cool too, where they don't focus on Shredder. It's like kind of a different story, you know.
Well, there's a part of me that's like, I really want to see like the Mirage rated R book with Shredder in it. But yeah, if you really follow Turtles, Shredder is only like in like 3 original comic books. Because he like dies every time. So, you know, they tease at the end of this movie that he's coming back for the sequel. But yeah, it's cool they were able to do something else that wasn't, because they in the 2007 Turtles movie, they flirted with like just random monsters and like an old rich guy that was like pulling the strings. And Turtles 3, it's you know, ancient Japanese warlords. And
it does have one of my favorite long-running jokes throughout a movie about them getting sucked dry.
Getting milked.
Getting milked. That actually happens towards the end of the movie.
Like initially just like a one-off joke, and then actually has a callback.
About an overprotective father, and it's great.
Yeah, Jackie Chan has splinters. It was a blast, and that cardboard cutout singing like, "Who's the best, Chris?" I got you even friends. Good
stuff.
Tons of fun. Yeah, I can't wait to see the sequel. Obviously, there's going to be a TV show in this style that I'll be catching, and
nice. We've come to the end.
Yeah, I guess we got to dig into some other people's lists, huh?
Yeah, Carol, of course, has sent us a list. She's really concerned because she says it's not one of her best lists, but it's kind of a fun list. So she says, "Happy New Year, Real Nerds. We saw 33 movies in 2023, and there are a few more that I would still like to see. Oh, how I hate this. And once again, I'm pulling this list together at the last minute, partly because making a top 10 list is always difficult for me, and partly because I'm recovering from the flu and my brain isn't at 100%. My wife told me the flu this year is really bad, so make sure you get your shot. Therefore, I'm going to cheat big time and not even try to write or put them in order. Oppenheimer is not on my top 10 list. I would love to discuss this movie with you, but there's no way I can begin to write about all the issues I have." Shaking my head.
And you really should be careful, Carol, because the film bros will come after you if you dare criticize it.
Did only Zach have it on his list?
Yep.
Wow, that was a shock.
Which is cool. So she has them broken down into categories. So she's love of Hercule Poirot, A Haunting in Venice, which I heard is actually pretty good.
I keep needing to watch it.
Me too. It's on Disney
Hulu.
Plus. It's on Hulu.
Yeah.
It's on one of the Disney things I have. NASA, A Million Miles Away. In her fun category, she has Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves.
Oh, yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and The Marvels. Action, she has Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1. Yeah. Quirky, she has Asteroid City. And a great movie no one has heard about, A Good Person. I'm trying to think. Number one, look, you got me thinking. I'm like, I don't think I've heard of that. I think I have.
I saw over 170 movies. I can't even give a trailer for that.
Number one for Carol is Barbie. I'm sure that you've already said all the things I would say how fun, clever, and deep this story is. One thing I would add comes because of my age and experience with Barbie. The year Barbie came out, I was 6 and my sister was 12. I remember stopping at a downtown Cincinnati department store on our way to my grandparents' farm for the weekend. Daddy dropped us off in front of the store and we ran in and bought 2 of the first Barbie dolls in the black and white swimsuit. I'm not sure why they decided to do something so special that day, but it was the beginning of something very important in my life. This movie is so much fun and a sweet reminder of my childhood. Sorry for such a lame list. I look forward to listening. Love you, Carol. Actually, I think your number one is a great story.
That is a great story.
And how it connects with everybody. And I mean, we just talked about why we like Ninja Turtles and Spider-Man. There's things that are unlocked in your mind and your memory that you can't help but love. And that's awesome. So thank you, Carol, as always.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm also really sad that I was the only one that had Dungeons and Dragons on my list, so I'm glad
It's in my
Tara
top
was with
20.
me.
The good person is the Florence Pugh, Morgan Freeman, Zach Braff movie.
Huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that movie does look good. I'll have to see that one. It's on Prime.
Is that it for you?
That's all I got.
Oh, I got a message from Dale saying that his favorite films of the year were Cocaine Bear, Sisu, Renfield, Talk to Me, and Strays.
I'm surprised none of you had Cocaine Bear on your list.
It's
I
fun.
mean, as far as just like the concept and what a crazy movie, I don't know, whatever.
I
didn't
believe on
see
the
it.
episode I said like it didn't go far enough with the concept. But yeah, Zach Bine sent me a list. His number 10 is Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Nice. That movie's way underrated.
Which I'm like,
you don't like it. I thought it was really cool.
I think I had it on Zach's list.
I'm surprised you could see it. It's so dark all the time. Number 9, Merry Little Batman.
That movie is great.
Yeah, that's a feature-length movie?
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
I thought it was just a short.
No, it's like an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, it doesn't look like it's good. It's really good.
Oh, by the way, Ryan, Justice League Warworld was like this close to being on my list.
I
It
mean-
probably would have knocked off Leo. It was there.
Zach's number 8, Evil Dead Rise. Number 7, Megan.
Nice.
6, I'm surprised wasn't on your list. Super Mario Brothers.
Nobody had that.
So close. It was so close.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody had Megan either.
But it's one of those things where when I go back and look, like I love the Super Mario Brothers movie. I loved that movie. But I said, man, but Godzilla is so unique that I had to put it on.
Number 5, Mutant Mayhem. Number 4, Saltburn, which is a fucked up movie. Number 3, Across the Spider-Verse. Number 2,
Nice.
Barbie. And number 1 for Zach was Godzilla -1.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Alex Weimer sent me a couple movie, like pretty much sent me every movie he saw this year because he didn't see many. Extraction 2, The Killer, Mission Impossible 7,
Nice.
Ant-Man 3, Indiana Jones, Guardians 3, Barbie and John Wick 4.
Hell yeah.
Julio Trujillo sent me Across the Spider-Verse, The Holdovers, Oppenheimer, and Talk to Me. And then Jerry sent in a list, but he actually also made companion audio clips, so let's listen to those now.
Hey, Real Nerds, it's Jerry here. Thanks for having me for your Filmsplosion 2023. It's been a minute, but I do appreciate you guys welcoming back. So, here's what I have. I have 10 movies, which I think are really good, but you might question my sanity after hearing this list. So I have them staged from number 10 up to number 1. So, number 10 is The Marvels. Good, not bad. I think it has 2 issues. One, it's been a couple of years since the last movie came out, so a lot of people aren't as well connected with the character as they should. And 2, this movie doesn't make any sense in the larger story that Marvel is trying to tell, which is a big problem that that it suffers from. So, number 9, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning 2. Dead Reckoning 2. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. I know they're going to do the sequel, which isn't going to be Dead Reckoning, so that title is going to haunt them for a while. There's something to be said about watching Tom Cruise constantly put his life in danger for our enjoyment. It's kind of nice. I know it sounds dark, but he's really serious about this craft. Movie was interesting. AI being the villain, I thought was a really a little bit ahead of the curve, because as this technology continues to evolve, we're starting to see the potential pitfalls and problems that it can cause for us as a society. So the movie getting a jump on that was interesting. Number 8, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The story in this was really emotional. The connection between Peter and Rocket, that brought me to tears several times. The High Evolutionary, the fact that he was just cruel, I think that is something I've never seen before in a superhero film. And again, it brings up Marvel's villain problem. They don't know how to spend their time building the villains up. I mean, this is a villain that I would want to see again, but the way it ended, and it's just, I think that's a universal problem with Marvel. But everything else was good. I was also kind of bummed out with the Adam Warlock Adam Warlock has a much better story in the comics, and what they did with him, that was, that felt more James Gunn. There's a lot of elements in comics that I think are serious and should be given that gravity, but it's not for everyone. I get it. And so, but to take Adam Warlock and reduce him to that, I was like, you might have been better with just doing the Guardians of the Galaxy from the Annihilations run. Number 7, Venture Brothers, Radiant is the Baboon's Heart. This was a direct-to-video DVD movie about the series Venture Brothers. It's been going on for a while, and at the tail end of season 7, there was this weird ending in which I think Hank caught Dean having sex with his then girlfriend, who is the daughter of a mob boss who's based off of a whale. I don't know. It's it's a great series that takes shots at the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons, so Johnny Quest and all that stuff. So this was, I think, the conclusion of the series, and this movie was just fun. It's getting together with some old friends and just having a good time, which is what this movie was. So number 6 and 5, I'm putting them together because it's the Barbenheimer. Overall, Oppenheimer, great movie. I mean, there are a bunch of A-list actors that are just in the background, and you're just like, is he going to say anything? Like Rami Malek, he's in the movie, and he doesn't say anything until the end, and you go, you got Rami Malek and an Oscar winner Rami Malek to just be in the background of a movie? Like, that's just, but it goes to Christopher Nolan's approach to filmmaking. So many people just want to be in the movie. And so the movie was great. Had no problem with it. No. There's this one random scene of it's like a random sex scene in the middle of the interrogation room, which I'm like, that was just so wild. I think I'm going to be that guy. I could have done a much better edit of that. You could have had Emily Blunt staring at the back of Cillian Murphy's head, and you could have the first pass, there's nothing, and then the second pass, you have Florence Pugh and Emily Blunt making eye contact. You zoom in on her eyes, you zoom in on Emily Blunt's eye, you zoom in on Florence Pugh's eye, and at that point, you understand, and maybe it also shows the depth of the betrayal. That's what I would have done, as opposed to just like a random moment where it's just like a full-on sex scene. And then we have Barbie. Barbie was a movie that I came in with very low expectation, and of course everything leading up to it, where you had a bunch of full-grown men losing their minds over this movie's taking down the patriarchy, and I'm like, wow, there are so many hills to die on, but a Barbie movie? Such a fun movie with my friends. We did the Barbenheimer weekend, so we did Oppenheimer first and Barbie at the end. So now we're getting into the juicy, the top 4 of the list, the most controversial top 4 of the list. Number 4, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. I really like that movie. The long and short of it is, I think Karen and I were watching a movie, and this is one of the trailers. There's this scene that I don't know why, but it just made me laugh hysterically in the theater. It was when the girls are saying, we must increase their bust. And I'm just like, it's adorable, but it's also really funny. The movie itself was good, was very well acted. You got a sense of just the perspective of what it means to be a young girl moving to a new spot, making new friends, and growing up, and all of that. I thought it was just a lovely film, so I enjoyed it very much. Number 3, Across the Spider-Verse. What can I say about this movie that hasn't already been said? Top to bottom, masterpiece. And I wasn't sure if they could top it. Into the Spider-Verse was already an amazing film and the best Spider-Man movie ever made, in my opinion. And to come into this one, expectations were pretty high, but they knocked it out of the park. This was an incredible movie, and I'm excited for part 2. Number 2, The Boy and the Heron. I'm going to make this really short and sweet. Hayao Miyazaki made a movie. Oh, and it was okay. That's good enough. No need to say anything else. Yep. And number 1, Godzilla -1. This is a perfect film for me. And I say that because this movie tackled things that I respond to with passion and interest. So it is the conversation around the value of life. Far too often in our culture, we only think that our lives have only value when we die. You know, the legacies we leave behind, the heroic nature of what we sacrifice in order to protect something, and all of that. And this movie tackled that head on. I just, it felt as though with 2023 being the wild roller coaster of happiness and all that, but especially during the holiday season. So this movie came out, and I usually feel, everybody feels a bit down, but this was such an uplifting film that made you just reassess a few things. There are multiple scenes that I could go at length in details and discussion about, but I think one that I really loved, and my mind always goes back to, is the interaction between the mechanic and the pilot. I don't know their names right now, but the fact that there was so much bitterness and hatred between the two because the pilot was a kamikaze pilot. He didn't do his job. He didn't die. And this misperception that his failure was also one of the reasons that they lost. So heading head to head with Godzilla, he's thinking that this is the only way he can make amends. And plane smashes into Godzilla's mouth and you think he's dead. We get this quick cut of what he told him in the past, that there's an ejection scene in the plane. And it left everything into the hands of the pilot. And watching tears come out of the mechanic's face when he hears that there's a chute. I told Corinne this is the only... It's so weird to cry at a Godzilla movie. Yeah. So anyway, that's my top 10. Thanks again, guys. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Thanks, Jerry.
Yeah.
I know his list is very similar to mine.
It is.
We ended up seeing a lot of the same movies, sometimes together. It was fun.
Nice. Well, as another year comes to close, Filmsplosion has ended, with my list being the best of all of them.
Boo.
Brad, are we doing retro Filmsplosions this year?
Yeah, this is our last year.
As I say, I can't remember if it's this year or the following.
Yeah, 84, 94, and 2004, and 2014.
Very cool. Yeah, next week we're seeing American Fiction, and that should be fun.
Yeah.
Looks like a cool movie.
Seen it already?
No, jealous. I'll see it tomorrow when my kid's in school.
And I'm going to go see Mean Girls on Wednesday.
Is that when it opens?
Well, I got tickets to a preview.
Cool.
So. Yeah, it's on Wednesdays we wear
up
pink.
with the plastics or down with whatever the other girls are named.
Sure.
Isn't that the name of like the bad girls? Like the mean girls in it? Aren't they the plastics?
Yeah, the plastics.
So what are the other girl clique called?
I don't think they have a clique. They're just a group of friends.
Cool.
Outcasts.
Yeah. Also look forward to us hopefully being back at Fan Expo this year.
Oh, yeah.
So
we have an idea.
Maybe we'll finally get that Real Nerds documentary done.
When is Fan Expo this year?
July 4th.
Independence Day weekend. Yeah.
Oh, fun.
4 days.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll invite us back so we can make our super awesome booth that we're planning.
Yep. And if not, we're going to stand outside the convention center and it anyways. Until next time, we'll see you at the movies.
Get real.
You waited all year, hear what the nerds have chosen. I'm telling you all, it's a Filmsplosion! Filmsplosion!
Thanks for listening to Real Nerds Podcast, a Nebulous Visions production. Stream or download episodes, read articles at realnerdspodcast.com. Stream us on Apple or Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. Follow us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. Twitter and Instagram, @RealNerds. Watch us on YouTube, Real Nerds Podcast. Email us at realnerds@gmail.com. Call us at 720-6nerds5. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill, Mike at Plan 9 Studios, and Bolognium for all of our groovy theme songs. And that's how you fucking do it.